अस्सलाम वालेकुम भाई, क्या हाल चाल है सब लोगों के। आज हम जिस क्रिकेटर की बात करेंगे उसका नाम है सचिन रमेश तेंदुलकर। और इसको ब्रैडमैन भी कहा जाता है, एशियन ब्रैडमैन। और सबसे बेस्ट प्लेयर जो दुनिया ने प्रोड्यूस किया डॉन ब्रैडमैन के बाद। 100 सेंचुरियाँ हैं भाई साहब की इंटरनेशनल की। और 90s की जो लोग हैं वो बखूबी जानते हैं ये कितना बड़ा प्लेयर था। यानी कि आपको मैं इसकी ग्रेटनेस का अंदाज़ा इस तरह लगवाता हूँ कि विराट कोहली साहब जो हैं, जो आज मेरे ख्याल से आर्ग्यूबली द नंबर 1 बैट्समैन होगा, उसने कभी भी वसीम अकरम, वकार यूनिस, शुएब अख्तर, सकलैन मुश्ताक, ग्लेन मैकग्रा, शेन वॉर्न, ब्रेटली, चमिंदा वास, या इवन मुरलीधरन का प्राइम, कर्टनी वॉल्श, कर्टली एम्ब्रोज, शॉन पॉलक, एलन डोनाल्ड, मतलब एक पूरी लिस्ट है। इन बॉलर्स को नहीं खेला हुआ था बहुत ही उनके एंड टाइम पे। सचिन तेंदुलकर ने अपने सारे जो भी रिकॉर्ड्स बनाए वो सारे इनके दौर में बनाए, तो कितना बड़ा प्लेयर हो गया भाई वो। उसके अलावा उसने क्रिकेट को बदल के रख दिया। जो उसका स्टाइल था ना खेलने का, ऐसा स्टाइल दुनिया में किसी ने देखा ही नहीं। और जो क्राउड को पुल करता था कि सारे क्राउड उसको देखने के लिए आ रहा है। और 100 सेंचुरियाँ बनाना, मतलब डोमेस्टिक में भी अगर कोई 100 सेंचुरियाँ बना लेना तो उसको सल्यूट करना चाहिए। और अगर कोई इंटरनेशनल में 100 बना रहा है, उसकी क्लास अलग है। उस वक्त ना ये दो बॉलों की कंडीशन होती थी, रिवर्स स्विंग भी खेलता था। और हर कंट्री में जाके 100 बनाया उसने, तो इससे आप उसकी ग्रेटनेस का अंदाज़ा लगा सकते हैं। हम पाकिस्तान में उसको प्रेज़ ही करते थे। मैंने उसको लाइव भी देखा हुआ है और वाक़ई में उसके शॉट्स और उसकी जो टाइमिंग थी वो क्लास थी। वीडियोज़ देखें, एन्जॉय करें और समझें कि सचिन तेंदुलकर कितना बड़ा बैट्समैन था। और आर्ग्यूबली आर्ग्यूबली ब्रैडमैन के बाद अगर कोई नंबर 1 दुनिया में बैट्समैन आया तो वो यही है। सब लोग अपना ख्याल रखेंगे।
16 बरस की उम्र है, 3 मैच खेल चुके हैं। 4 इनिंग्स में उनका सबसे ज़्यादा स्कोर 59 है, एक दफ़ा 50 बनाया।
Bakar Yunus. And again, Tendulkar, he doesn't like it quick at all. I think he may have taken that on the face. Take a look at it.
Actually, what happened? The ball.
Yes, he did. So take it.
The ball which he wants to duck hit his bat and went
Yes.
straight to his.
Off his bat, yes.
Yeah. To
Good
his face.
picture you
Yeah.
got of that. Very good replay.
Yeah.
And we got a
Top.
from Bakar Yunus. Tendulkar 3. India 58 for 4. Play resumed. Well, he's tested him again. This is a test match. No quarters given. Rekar, Azruddin and Shastri, the batsman, out. That's a fine shot. Beautifully played. 4 runs. He plays that shot very well with a great deal of elegance, timing, wrist.
This is the easiest shot which a batsman can play. If the ball pitched up to the batsman on the leg side, you see, it's so easy to hit. And the timing was so well, the ball went like a bullet towards the boundary line.
Beautifully timed. 4 runs. He goes on to 7 and India to 62. And once again, a good shot. Played off the back foot. Punched through the covers. Chased there for Ramiz. He just gets to it. They've taken 3 and I think they're going for the 4th. And are they going to make it? Yes. That's well run. So, 4 runs run. He really sprinted.
इस वक्त वकार यूनुस बॉल कर रहे हैं और एक और उन्होंने शॉट लगाया है। तेजी के साथ बॉल बाउंड्री लाइन की तरफ आ रही है, पवेलियन की तरफ, हमारे सामने नीचे, और एक और 4 रन। जब से उनको चोट लगी है, तेंदुलकर बजाय इसके कि दबाव में आए, वो और ज़्यादा खुलकर आज़ादी के साथ जारहाना अंदाज से खेल रहे हैं। ये देखिए,
ऑफ स्टंप से गेंद थोड़ी अंदर आई, उठता हुआ ऑन ड्राइव, कोई फील्डर मौजूद नहीं था। 4 रन्स। इमरान और वसीम अकरम के तब्दील होने के बाद ये देखिए एक और जाविये से उठता हुआ शॉट। मिड ऑन की जानिब से 4 रन।
पाकिस्तान के बॉलर्स ने बड़े ड्रामाई अंदाज से वकार यूनुस, अच्छा शॉट, उम्दा फील्डिंग। इमरान खान ने बड़ी तेजी के साथ आए और एक हाथ से, बाएं हाथ से नीचे झुक के बॉल को रोका, वरना यकीनी तौर पर 2 या 3 रन बनने का इम्कान था। दूसरे खिलाड़ी भारत के, ये देखिए,
अच्छी फील्डिंग का मुजाहरा इमरान खान की तरफ से, बाएं तरफ आते हुए एक हाथ से गेंद को रोका।
दूसरे खिलाड़ी मंजरेकर आउट हुए, भारत के सबसे कामयाब बॉलर, बैट्समैन जिन्होंने सिर्फ 4 रन बनाए, उनको भी इमरान खान ने आउट किया। फाइन लेग पे खेले तेंदुलकर, देखना है अंपायर का इशारा कि लेग बाई का इशारा
करने में कामयाब होंगे और मैच ड्रॉ होने की सूरत में चले जाएगा।
एक और जोरदार शॉट और काफी तेजी के साथ फील्डर उनके पीछे, लेकिन वो कामयाब नहीं हुए। 4 रन। जाकिर खान
off the back foot, forces that one into the extra cover area. Fine stroke from Tendulkar, comes back for 2 and he's looking for the third. Very good bouncer. Perhaps Tendulkar wasn't expecting it.
It was very late.
Tendulkar has had a reasonably good tour. Straight drive, well fielded by Imran. I think Imran showing his physical fitness. Slow delivery. Dug out well by Tendulkar.
176 runs on, and they have 6 wickets in hand. The field for LBW, and that must have been close. Moran turn around. That's a good shot. First runs of the morning, and it's 4 runs.
The ball was coming from the offside, and the ball was towards middle and off stump. He came back, leaned back towards the cover and point region.
Let's see it again on the replay.
That's right. And went towards the point boundary for 4.
So first runs this morning.
बहुत अच्छी शॉट, बगैर किसी जोर के, अच्छी टाइमिंग से मिड ऑफ की तरफ, और 3 रन बनाने में कामयाब होंगे। थोड़ी सी गलतफहमी दोनों बैट्समैनों के दरमियान, एक ही साइड पर भाग रहे थे, बीट हुए ऑफ स्टंप से बाहर।
इससे पहले 3 बॉलें वसीम अकरम ने इन स्विंग की, जो कि बैट्समैन के अंदर की तरफ आई, और कि मैच में रिजल्ट हो, जैसे कि आज आप देख रहे हैं कि लोग
ये चेंज ऑफ पेस थी एक किस्म की, पिछला गेंद निस्बतन।
Scrum continues. Bit of a right hand, he forces that one towards mid-wicket. And the batsman will go back for the third as well. Up in the air, but off the pad. On 49. And that's his 50. Pushing it out into the covers. Ramiz failing to break the stumps, and that's his half century. Very good effort, and came at an opportune time for India when they were struggling at 38 for 4. Tendulkar came into bat in those circumstances. He's played with a great deal of confidence and pulled India out of a trouble and within the realm of his half century. Second 50 of the series for Sachin Tendulkar. Well-run single. Tendulkar pushing it gently away on the offside. Tendulkar not out in 57. That's his strike rate, 42.86.
हिकमत अमली के हिसाब से अपनी टीम को चला रहा होता है, तो बड़ा अच्छा कॉन्टेस्ट हुआ इस टेस्ट मैच में।
और इमरान खान की निहायत शानदार बॉल जिसको फ्लैश किया तेंदुलकर ने, और पहली कामयाबी पाकिस्तान को। नदीम अब्बासी ने कैच पकड़ा और इस तरह से आज के खेल में जो अब तक हुआ है पाकिस्तान की ये पहली कामयाबी।
जी हाँ, इमरान का एक बॉल ऑफ स्टंप पे पड़ा जो तेज़ निकला और तेंदुलकर ने उसे कट करने की कोशिश की, जो इससे पहले भी बहुत मर्तबा वो कर चुके थे और इससे पहले सिर्फ वो बीट हो रहे थे। इस मर्तबा बल्ले का बाहरी किनारा लगा उस बॉल को और नदीम अब्बासी के पास एक आसान कैच, और ये पहली कामयाबी पाकिस्तान को 149 रन्स के स्कोर पर हुई है आज के दिन, और 1 घंटे और 40 मिनट के खेल में। तो अब बकिया 20 मिनट के खेल में देखना यह है कि कितने ओवर्स पाकिस्तानी बॉलर्स कराते हैं, और इन ओवर्स में ये देखिए एक्शन रिप्ले, ऑफ स्टंप से बाहर गेंद पड़ा और इसे कट करने गए, बाहरी किनारा बैट का लगा और नदीम अब्बासी ने कैच किया। तो बाकी मानदा ओवर्स में भारतीय बैट्समैन जो नए आएंगे डेफिनेटली वो प्रेशर में होंगे, और वो किस
मुकाम पर पहुंच गया है, या आपके ख्याल में अभी कोई ऐसे इम्कानात हैं जो कि खेल को नक्शा एक मतलब फिर बदल सकते हैं और फिर पाकिस्तान का पल्ला भारी हो? सूरज छुप जाता है और जोरदार हिट, तेंदुलकर की छक्का। नुमाइशी मैच के माहौल में खेला जा रहा है, काफ़ी महसूस हो रही है यहाँ पे पब्लिक, यहाँ के तमाशाई। निहायत शानदार, पहले चौका लगाया तेंदुलकर ने और फिर छक्का, एक और जोरदार हिट और एक और छक्का। सोलह रन 3 बॉलों पर तेंदुलकर ने। भारत के ये देखिए सरफराज इस खिलाड़ी के बारे में,
This one's hit away to long on, and that's a 6.
This is Tendulkar's third 6, I think, isn't it?
It's Tendulkar's third 6. Quite right, Sharjah.
Again, look at it.
That's another one, is it? Yes, it is. Another 6.
So it was not against Mushtaq alone. Well, here is the juggler, the Pakistan's wizard bowler, and he has hit him exactly the same way he has hit sixes against Mushtaq. But these two sixers, they're exactly the same, as you can see.
Absolutely delighted. He would like to hit them himself.
Srikanth is supposed to be a very fast batsman, but the way this young batsman is batting, Tendulkar, he's surprised almost everyone.
Nice shot by Tendulkar. There's a lot more run on this outfield today, and that should be 4 runs. Beautiful shot then, a great start by Sachin Tendulkar, and India off the mark.
As you can see here, quickly into position, standing up straight there and easing it through the covers.
In the air but safe. And 4 runs again off the edge of the bat. Slightly risky shot from Sachin Tendulkar. With just the one slip there, a big gap, and it beat Craig McDermott, or Shane Warne rather, down a deep third man. Nicely driven, finds the gap. This could be another boundary for Tendulkar. Pull back by the deep mid-off, but well fielded, but a nice shot. nicely fielded by Michael Bevan, the left-handed fieldsman for Australia. Very important to have a left-hander sometimes behind points, behind point and behind square leg, and that was well clipped off the toes. Beautifully fielded.
There again, Sachin drifting towards the leg stump. Beautifully timed there by Tendulkar. And Michael Bevan there saving yet another boundary.
In the air but safe. Another boundary for Tendulkar. Anything on middle and leg stump, and he's going to put you away for 4 runs there.
Oh, that's a most emphatic stroke. 6 runs. What a glorious pickup.
Yeah, well, there we go again. That's exactly what we were talking about. Just straying onto that middle and leg. And Tendulkar just helping it on its way. Straight into it. Just picked it up and timed it to perfection and went a long, long way over the mid-wicket boundary.
Oh, what a fine stroke. No one's going to stop that. 4 more. A lovely shot.
Yeah, it's a great shot here, Henry, but again, Shane Warne just a little bit short. He's giving him the room. Off the back foot, just punched that one straight through the cover point region here we see from side on. Shane just trying to put that little bit more on that one. The length not quite there.
And that's 4 more. Also short and wide, and Tendulkar fastened onto that one just as well. And that's a fine stroke. It's going to be 4 more.
Yes, again the Australian bowling attack straying that middle and leg area, and you just can't do that. Mark Taylor will age 10 years if this keeps up. Here we see it again, side on. Craig just straying down the leg side there, and that's just money for jam in this cricket with that field setting. So Australia getting deeper and deeper in strife here.
Here's McDermott. Oh, look at that. Just look at that. But that's not going to the fence. It's pulled up where it's pitched. And there it goes again. He hit that one rather better, out of the meat of the bat, and that one is still not quite getting there.
Yes, Tendulkar going after McDermott here again. McDermott tried to bowl a leg cutter, but he's just got forward on the front foot there and just punched it down the ground. Ground's still a little bit damp from the other day's rain, but a good shot indeed.
And that's going to be 4. Over extra cover, beautifully stroked. Perfect timing, and it's 4 runs. Raced beautifully. Let's watch it again.
So this is the kind of boundary that I think every batsman should look for, where the fielder is made to run all the way to the boundary line in the hope that he might be able to stop it.
Shane Warne to Tendulkar, needing 4 for his 100. Oh, and that's going to be certainly 2 of them. A neat deflection. And the anticipatory clapping starts. Well, that's one of them. It could be the 100. They're going for the second. Yes, that's Tendulkar's 100. His first international 100. International one-day 100. And he must be vastly relieved. He's getting a good hand from all the Australians, and that's very nice to see. And a tremendous effort by him, and his old school chum, Vinod Kambli, goes down the wicket and puts his arms round him. Lovely to see.
Yes, it is terrific innings that the young man has played. Let's just hope that this is the first of the many that he will play for the country.
Well, he's thumped that harder than he has anything else for about 15 overs. And it's well fielded in the end by Slater. He very nearly went over.
He just managed to pull it back.
Goes for the big one and he's out. Bowled, clean bowled by McDermott, and what a century it was.
You can see Sachin had already made up his mind where he wanted to hit the ball. It was across the line into the deep mid-wicket area. But Craig McDermott there getting the better of him.
Just had the feeling that perhaps tiredness just set in there. It's very warm, very humid out in the centre. He's done a lot of running of late. So Tendulkar bowled McDermott for 110 and leaving when the total was 4 for 211. 8 fours and 2 60s, and what a great strike rate that is. 132 balls for his 110.
Well, obviously he wants to score 100 in every cricket playing nation in the world, and I think the West Indies is probably the only one that has missed a Sachin 100 over the years, and as we can see him here reeling off a few shots, it would have meant a lot to him, and he finally got it today, and it was fully deserved.
Not his most fluent effort, but he'll just say, look in the book, won't he?
Well, again, it was more the start than anything else. Once he got to sort of like 25, 30, he didn't look back. I mean, he was a bit more selective after that. Before that, he was a bit impatient. He was trying to make shots, but once he got it in his head that the wicket wasn't coming on as much as, say, the last Test match wicket, then he just sat back, waited on the bad balls, and, you know, in between that, he never looked troubled.
And he does like to dominate, but as you said, he showed patience and then went to work, didn't he?
Well, I think it was just maturity to accept the fact that I might not be able to. Well, he's just been in top form. He's played every shot in the book plus some, and he hasn't spared anybody, and anyone who has given him a little bit of width or the wrong length, he's been on it like a flash, and it's just been great to watch him. This is what he brings to cricket, and it's just something special and unique.
And he likes to dominate the bowling, and he's certainly done that, and he's given the West Indies lots to think about, hasn't he?
He has done. And you sit here and you think to yourself, well, if this goes on for another session, these two, then let's say another 90 runs in this session, and you're talking about game on in a very, very, very big way.
Cut late, goes for 4. Very late cut by Tendulkar.
Yes, that's a much better line.
Shot. 4. Got concerned. Shot. Half volley. Just hanging around and waiting. Patience, concentration. It's a pity Sourav Ganguly couldn't hang around and show a bit more patience.
That's a great shot. That's a gorgeous shot. Just pitched up. Wasn't a half volley. He played it on the up. It should be another boundary there. He's helped the ball along. It's directed at his pads. Oh, a bit of luck there.
Next delivery, the same thing, got caught.
That's a great shot. It's again gone to that distant boundary, and that always gives the fielder an opportunity.
Tendulkar on strike now. He looks for the single. He'll have to hurry, and he gets there. So 50 for Tendulkar. That's worked away on the onside, and tremendous power in that shot. Not an easy shot to play for a short man, but he's found the boundary. And get the placement. And this one's gone through square. Consecutive. That's nicely played. That's superbly timed. That's racing away to the boundary. Another one. Number 13. No problems in putting that short delivery away. Lovely shot. Third boundary of the over.
31 for 2. He's hooked him. Short. Gave him ample time. He's a very good puller of the ball. Carl Hooper is. The first boundary of the day.
Been bowling a lot of short balls this morning, Zaire Khan. That didn't bounce a great deal though. He got them up quite a lot higher when he bowled them at Brian Lara. Only good thing about that is what's going in the right direction, away from Carl Hooper.
Bad luck for India, obviously leaving the park here, and I think he'll struggle to resume his innings at any stage. And that is a shame for India. So Tendulkar will obviously come out to replace Jadeja. And Tendulkar off the mark. A little inside edge. He'll come back for the second. Comfortable enough. But
Patel to bowl the 12th over. Oh, he's bowled it well too. Tendulkar hitting firmly down, beats Crow. Tendulkar coming back for the third. So it was well struck. Crow, I think he thought that he probably had it covered. As it's in the air and dropped. Once again, the ball hit firmly. That's 3 times today. The ball's been hit in the air, been hit close to, but not directly to a fielder, and it's been put down.
Yes, good delivery that one, and Tendulkar head high in the air, drove it upishly at short cover, where Latham disappointingly dropped that one.
Well, there was an example of a shot that went very aerially initially, but he managed to get it square of third man and hit it so hard that it defeated third man coming around. But you can see that there wasn't really too much room there, Glenn, because the ball was pitched on about off stump coming in. But he did it really well with Tendulkar, gave himself enough room to free his arms and hit back. That's a big shot, a very big shot indeed from Tendulkar. 1 bounce, 4 over extra cover. Yes, it looks as though Tendulkar has decided things aren't going well enough. And that's a magnificent stroke. He got inside it and hit it inside out over cover. See the angle of the bat there, opening up the blade. Even though the delivery was almost on off stump, he did very well indeed to get it there. That's pretty wide too, and that's too wide, and that has enough room for Tendulkar just to thrash the ball through.
so Tendulkar, 49. And there's his 50. Good knock by young Tendulkar. He came out when India seemed in trouble. They'd only lost 1 wicket, but they had lost Jadeja with the hamstring problem. And he's helped his skipper, Azharuddin, through to a very respectable 107 for 1 after 28 overs. And in the air, cutting away, that'll be 4. Good shot by Tendulkar. Given a little bit of room, he's cut it. It's gone over the infield and into the boundary for 4.
That's a crashing shot through extra cover, and great match is never going to get to that. And this is over mid-off. It'll probably go all the way. It does. Willie Watson trying to get back there. Tendulkar seeing where the gap in the field was, charging. Harris bowling, appeal for a catch at the wicket, and the wicket's been taken. Tendulkar's gone, Harris has got him, and India have lost their most exciting batsman. Tendulkar caught Smith, bowled Harris for 84. It's 167 for 3 in the 42nd over. And Tendulkar, it's very wide again, actually a poor delivery. Tendulkar, given the width he wanted, and just a little top edge, fine enough not to deviate too much for Smith, And Tendulkar, the hero of the Indian innings to date, is dismissed. And now India 167 for 3.
Get it now.
That is a very impressive shot from young Tendulkar. That takes India along to 4 for 222. Tendulkar is pretty strong off the back foot. Not a particularly tall young man, but managed to get to his full height. Even on the bouncy wickets in Australia, he's played some pretty good shots off the back foot.
Oh, lovely shot. He timed that beautifully, and he's hurrying to see, in fact, if he can come back for a fourth. And they will, as Merv Hughes just loses his footing on the boundary.
Yes, this is a new India, isn't it? They're running between the wickets in this test match. Very positive, very aggressive, putting the Australian fieldsmen for once under a little bit of pressure. They're learning from the Australians. Is Merv, he really is a goer, isn't he? Looking at the big man. He's bowled a lot of overs. He knocked it back. Great effort, but doesn't stop the fourth run. 4 all run, a beautiful on drive.
That's nicely timed. Boone, the fieldsman, they'll be looking for 3 here. It's good running. Tendulkar coming back to the danger end. That's a beautiful straight drive. Slightly over pitched. Onto it in a flash. Way down to the boundary at long on, so another 4 to the total. He's got that one away beautifully. Only a slightly short delivery there, but very quickly onto the back foot, pulled it into the gap for 4. And that 4 brings the Indian total to 313, which is what Australia scored in their first innings.
Three more to Tendulkar, takes him into the 40s.
It's a very fine piece of timing and placement.
Once again, they got an easy 3, but that was a delightful stroke. It's one for the coaching manual.
We're seeing this afternoon the emergence of one of the shining stars of the 90s for world cricket. This young man is a very talented player, as we've discussed before. That's a very classy shot against one of the best strike bowlers in the world, albeit under conditions which are in favour of the bat. It still takes a bit of courage and a fair bit of skill to play shots like that. Much more free-flowing player. A lot more flair, and that brings up his 50, and a fine 50 it has been.
That's a very good innings.
Oh, what a shot. Oh, what a shot. Glorious stand up and applaud. A beautiful on drive. That's what people want to see in a test match. Superb stroke. 4 for 375. Shot. Beautifully played. Whipping it between square leg and mid-wicket. Tendulkar moves into the 80s. And we're seeing an onslaught here. A charge by India.
He's found the gap. And more work here for Jones, who has done it really well today. And they're going to go on Jones's arm, but that's a long throw, and 3 runs were always on. Well, even if the tea interval is just around the corner and you're 90, when you get a long hop, the best thing to do with it is put it away, and that's exactly what he's done.
He's a good player. What a glorious late cut. Waited for that, and it should go all the way. Jones is coming down hard on it. Very close. Doesn't make it. 4 runs. Tendulkar on to 98. That was a great late cut. He waited and waited and hit it behind point. It was always going to be 4.
I think Border needs to stay quite close to Shane Warne. He is beginning to look just a little dejected there. That one short. It spun away a bit, but it was a very good shot.
Sachin Tendulkar. His first 100 at the Sydney Cricket Ground. A magnificent knock in good time.
Yes, the youngest player to score a Test 100 in Australia. A fantastic performance by him. He's timed the ball beautifully, placed it well, and it's certainly appreciated not only by his teammates, but a lot of his fellow countrymen have turned up to watch him play here today.
Beautiful shot, glorious shot. The late cut, waiting for the pace of the ball to run it down to third man for 4.
Yes, once again, this is lovely timing and good placement as well. It really is lovely to watch. Let's have a good look at this shot. All running away over the outfield into the fence. Lovely timing.
Tendulkar now goes to his highest Test score. This beats the 119 unbeaten, which he got at Old Trafford against England in the 1990 series. An innings there which saved the Test match. This one here now, they're hoping will at least give them a chance to win this one.
Yes, not a bad player, Sachin Tendulkar. Probably one of the innings, or definitely the innings that really put him on the stage in front of Australian cricket followers.
I think
Shane Warne coming onto the field for Australia as Craig McDermott leaves the field. It's a suggestion that he may have a slight neck problem. It's beaten the slip cordon again. Merv Hughes is coming back on now from the river end, bowling with the wind. Wayne Phillips, the one trying to save the runs there. A chase in vain as well.
Good heavens. What an astounding catch. What an absolutely magnificent catch by Dean Jones. Standing in that rather funny position I was talking about 3.5 slips. He was away from the second slip and he was away from the gully. Don't need anyone near him.
In fact, Dean Jones has just returned the compliment. Roger Harper caught Dean Jones off exactly the same catch at the MCG a few years ago in exactly the same position, same circumstances. Jones was trying to hit the ball on the onside. Harper took a blinder, and Dean Jones has just returned the compliment to Mandraker. 3 for 100.
New batsman in is Vensarko, joining Tendulkar. Got it. Vensarko has gone. Hughes has struck again. First-class wickets for Merv Hughes in 1991-92. That's a splendid performance.
Last two batsmen have been out to Merv, attempting to force the ball on the onside and getting it virtually on the back of the bat. On that occasion it went through to first slip. Mark Taylor took the catch. So Merv Hughes striking twice in this session. India 4 for 109.
Mohammad Azharuddin is the new batsman.
Got that one away right off the meat, and don't have to worry about running there. The outfield, despite the fact the ball's rolling into the wind, is very quick, and that was well hit. That was a good shot. point in chasing that either. Lovely shot by Mohammad Azruddin. Got that one away, downwind as well. Good shot.
Two or three very good shots from the back foot square of the wicket this afternoon have been struck by Sachin Tendulkar. This is just about the pick of them. Looks to come forward, then rocks back. Wristy stroke.
Oh, he's gone. Yes, he's got him caught behind. That was a big bouncer, and what a dreadful shot that was. He really did have a flirt at it. He should have dropped his hands on it, but he followed it, and that's Healy's 24th catch. 250 first-class dismissals. The Indian captain out caught behind.
Absolute disaster here for India. A short ball started to move away from him off the pitch. Hazard just hung the bat out there, and Terry Prue has signalled him on his way. India in a real mess. 5 for 130.
Tendulkar. Oh, a bowled. Good delivery from Hughes. Good length, a little bit of bounce for him there. That went whizzing past the outside edge.
Hughes generating good pace. Very good bounce on an excellent line. Tendulkar did everything he could to make contact with the ball. It was just too good for him.
Oh, that's well played. What a fine young player he is. Despite the pressure, the pace of the Australian bowlers, extra bounce here in Perth, he plays a superb square cut. That's 50. Beautiful 50 from this young man. A star, not only now, of the future, Sachin Tendulkar.
Like all great players, he makes it look so easy.
Whitney comes in and bowls to Kapil Dev from the members' end. He hooks, and there's Mervyn Hughes. He's got him straight down his throat. So Whitney strikes again. A good hook shot, but there was Big Merv with his hands steady as a rock, took the catch. So another breakthrough at 7 for 159. That's good, intelligent bowling. He tried him out with the bouncer. He hooked. Not that well in Adelaide, got a bit of top edge. This time he got it well, but he found the fieldsman Mervyn Hughes placed inside the boundary. Straightforward catch. Kapil out, a disappointing 4 runs, 7 for 159. All-rounder Manoj Prabhakar comes to the crease.
In the air and out. Got him, no trouble at all. That one hit the outside edge and went flying away. And didn't that bring a smile to Whitney's face? That's his 3rd wicket. And Rifle taking the catch there. Well taken too. It is in that nasty little box area. Not sure whether to take it with your fingers down or fingers up. But this was a good catch.
I thought for a moment it might have got right off the bottom part of the bat, but it wasn't. It was a top edge. He has a reputation of being a good close to the wicket fielder, Paul Rifle. Michael Whitney will be very pleased with this morning's work. India not so. 8 for 159.
Michael Whitney has taken the 3 wickets that have fallen this morning. Raju, Kapil Dev and Prabhakar. He's continuing to bowl from the member stand end. That again requires no running.
Once again, Sachin Tendulkar giving the half volley the treatment and not even bothering to run. He knew as soon as he hit it that was going to go for boundary.
Rifle yet to take a wicket for Australia in Test cricket. Is bowling from the river end. Again, just a fraction wide, a fraction short. That's all you need to be with Sachin Tendulkar. He has launched himself into this, very quickly responding to the little bit of width that he got. And again, he picks the gap. And Craig McDermott coming into the attack for the first time this morning. He's managed to pick the gap here. We've seen the outfield is very fast. The ball will run away from Michael Whitney.
Sachin Tendulkar moves to 96. He's facing Craig McDermott from the members' end. Drives, that could be it. Beats mid-on. Yes, it does. What a fine performance by Sachin Tendulkar. His second 100 of the series, and certainly the best in the context of the performance. A magnificent innings by this young man.
Wonderful to watch, and a splendid ovation here from a small crowd. Sort of innings that deserves a crowd of 100,000.
Oh, over the head of Gully. Not going to catch that. That's 4 more. He really went after McDermott. Full slashing blade, and it races away for 4 more.
In the air and well taken, Tom Moody. Big hands, and I tell you, there was no way in the world that that was going to go anywhere other than slap bang into the middle of them. He was due too. He's dropped a couple. Now this one went straight in the middle of those hands.
Tendulkar showed a little lapse of concentration earlier before he fished his bat out to this one. Very disappointed at getting out, but what a marvelous innings it's been. 114 caught Moody, bowled Whitney. India 9 for 240.
Beautifully played by Tendulkar. Square of the wicket on the offside for India's first boundary and Tendulkar's first boundary. 5 for no wicket. And driven beautifully straight down the ground. No need to chase for that. Second boundary for Tendulkar. 11-12 for 1 India. Vast to continue to Tendulkar, and driven beautifully through the offside by Sachin Tendulkar.
Well, you don't need to run here. Once you play a full stroke, hit through the line, you can just stand and admire it, because no fielder's going to catch it.
He's hit that one beautifully too. That'll go all the way. Magnificent shot. That one is a drive on the up, a square drive, and his placement was perfect. Well, it looks as if he was a bit worried about his bat there. He's just watched the shot first. Oh, that's well played again. Lovely shot. That's money for old rope in that area to Sachin Tendulkar. Anything on his legs, very strong.
It's in the air, it's perfectly placed. It's on the onside, all right, but it's into a huge gap. 4 runs.
It's a fine shot there by Tendulkar. Tendulkar going down the wicket to Muralidharan, who's just flighted it slightly outside off stump and hitting it over the mid-on into the vacant area there, the unprotected area.
Sachin Tendulkar's on 49. Listen to the crowd. The crowd says it all. Terrific shot. 4 all the way, straight along the carpet.
He's played that one nicely. He's done that beautifully. Pitched around about leg stump, and he's played it very fine for 4. Lovely shot.
Well, he's showing his class. He's shown it before in this World Cup competition, but while he's there, he's making batting look reasonably comfortable. Seems to have a range of shot. for most types of deliveries, and he's making most of the running for India on his own.
Oh, he's got him. Yes, he's got him. I'm sure he's out. This could be a vital wicket. It was very, very well done. He's asked for the replay. Well, everyone is having a look at the lights. The whole place has swung around. Let's have a look at it.
I think you're right, Tony. I think Tendulkar knows he's in big trouble here. Wonderful, smart glove work by the wicketkeeper. He sets off for a single. Oh, it's gone. It's tight, but I think he's gone. I think Sachin Tendulkar knows it deep down.
Yes, what delight, it'll go in a minute. They want another, have a look at it. Here it goes again. Let's have a look. Back comes his front foot. He goes forward, and it's nicely picked up. Up it goes. The bails are off now, and his bat's in the air. That is definitely out. India are going to be 98 for 2. They are. It's gone quiet, this stadium. An absolute hush.
That's a good shot, beautifully played down the ground. That's a lovely cover, straight drive. Hurley was pinned down a little bit, and that last one just slightly overpitched onto it in a flash. Straight down the ground for 4. 6 for that loss. The bail, the off bail.
Well, that's well hit. Like Mark Taylor early in his innings, that ball wasn't all that short.
This is a great shot from Tendulkar. It wasn't really a bad delivery from Glenn McGrath. It just shows you how decisive Tendulkar is with his footwork.
Chance for McGrath, and not quite a second chance. Tipped it up in the air, and I think for a moment he thought he was going to get to it at the second try. Oh, that's a lovely shot. And you can't see from where we are, but judging by the crowd, it's cleared the rope. Umpire Shepherd is checking. And in fact, is he getting the walkie-talkie out? Yes, in fact he is, to ask for a result. So we'll have a look and see whether it cleared the rope. Certainly the crowd think it did.
There again, a magnificent shot from Tendulkar. He's just picked that half volley from middle and leg and smashed it wide of long on for 6. This little man is seeing the ball like a football.
McGrath wide on the crease, and that goes for 4. This is unbelievable batting, and the crowd loving every minute of it. 54 for 2. So we've now got Warne versus Tendulkar.
Well, this should be a fantastic contest because Tendulkar is on the rampage, but Warne has a lot of variety when he bowls.
And that was very short. Tendulkar, amazingly, has gone straight over the bowler's head with it, rather than going through mid-wicket. That's 54 Tendulkar.
And what a blazing knock this has been from the little man. A loosener from Shane Warne, a short delivery. There was a man deep at long on, but Tendulkar decided to smash it straight down the ground.
Caught at mid-off, just out of reach, got a hand on it. Stuart Law is the guy at mid-off. And that wasn't a good shot from Tendulkar.
Well, he tried to play it in an inside-out shot here, and this is a great effort by Stuart Law. Shane Warne giving the ball there, getting a bit of turn, and Law here diving backwards, just unable to get his hands on the ball. But so Mark Waugh to continue, and swept by Tendulkar in the gap, just in front of the square leg umpire for 4 runs. He fetched that one from way outside off stump.
This is a shot which we don't normally see Sachin Tendulkar employ, but the pitch is affording a bit of turn, and he is playing it with the turn, picking it from outside the off stump.
A short ball by Warne, and Sachin Tendulkar quick to pounce on that. going right back onto his stumps and pulling it through mid-wicket for 4 runs. His 13th boundary.
That's very positive footwork there. Very quickly into position. The ball short, but Tendulkar moving back and across, and therefore finding the entire onside field to play it.
Oh, that's out. He's got him. Yes, he's got him stumped. In fact, wide signalled. And so that's the end of what has been a magnificent effort as well.
Well, Mark were quick to spot Tendulkar coming down the track. Really fired that one wide. Even though the umpire signals wide there, he has got the wicket of Tendulkar. Out for a brilliant innings. But this is one wicket that India didn't want to lose.
Well, that's a good shot. Magnificently played. Racing away to the fence. Tendulkar off the mark with a blistering 4. This crowd has come alive.
Lovely cut. Right over the top of it. Should be 4 runs. Beautifully played by Tendulkar. That was a difficult one to play because thus it was wide. It had a fair amount of bounce in it, but Tendulkar just rolling the wrists.
Was on one of those rare occasions going astray. Tendulkar releasing his hands, seizing the opportunity and guiding it towards the point boundary for 4.
Pull shot, 4 runs. Too short. Pushpak Amara paying the penalty, digging it in short and accommodated by Tendulkar. Slower ball, well played, into the gap it goes, racing away towards the fence. That's a lovely time shot, it'll go all the way. Well, this is a very quick outfield, Sonny.
And his reply, down the track to the pitch of the ball, and the ball goes soaring over mid-on for a 6. What a way to end the over. 87 for 1 India. That's played beautifully, fine on the onside, and this might go all the way to the fence. Gurusinha giving chase and just unable to stop the ball. That was really beautifully played by Tendulkar, bringing up.
Down the wicket he goes, he's hit that high, it's gone all the way. What a hit, way over the top, a huge 6. The little master himself has smashed that one way over the top of the head of the wide mid-on fieldsman. Lovely shot, straight down the ground, beautiful hard outfield, all the way for 4. That's all about timing. If you're a young batsman, this is the way to play a lofted straight drive. Face of the bat, all the way to the ball. Pushes away on the offside. And that's his 100. Sachin Tendulkar's 600. He's the leading century maker in India now. Smashed it down the ground. Will it bisect the fieldsman? It will. Beautifully played by Sachin Tendulkar. Placed to perfection. Oh, he's had a go at that one. It's gone miles. This is a huge 6. 30 rows back. Muscles himself. He's a tiny little package of dynamite. Whack! It's going all the way down. It's going to be 4. He's at 6. Just over the line. I reckon that's 6. Wide of the fieldsman. Dhaka desperately trying to get there. Couldn't quite make it. Outside off stump. It's in the air. Dhaka's underneath it. It's going to go for 6. It's over. Dhaka hovering under another big one. It just kept going and going and going. Whipped that one away. Another 4. A magnificent shot. Well, that is great, great batting. Well, I reckon he's going to go straight down the ground or to mid-wicket. There's a bit of a gap there for him. Well, ball dropped. He's picking it up. If he has a go, he's got him. Yes, he's got him. That's got to be out. Tendulkar out, run out. Well done, Chaminda Vas. That was a magnificent bit of fielding, and it brought to an end one of the great knocks in one-day cricket. Sachin Tendulkar, take a bow.
Well, the crowd up on its feet.
to cheer the little man off. He's played a magnificent innings for his country, taken India to a position of immense strength.
Ball speeds after hitting the middle of the bat, but what Ganguly is trying to do is trying to get the boundaries. He's seeing the ball so well, so early. What he should be doing is really looking to dab it around and go for the ones.
Oh, that's 6. Oh, that was well struck.
Well, that's just what the doctor ordered as far as India is concerned. It's been pretty quiet going. Something had to give. Tendulkar charging down the pitch to Kasparov as if he's an off spinner. In fact, Kasparov did bowl the slower delivery, and he's hit it with the spin on the up into the deep mid-wicket stance.
There's another 6. Well, that's got the crowd involved. India 28 without loss.
Yes, he's put this one away. Just straying onto leg stump. And this time Tendulkar got some bat on it. Oh, lovely shot of the back foot. Tremendous timing and consecutive boundaries for Tendulkar.
That is one of the best shots you'll see in a long time. He has played a purely defensive stroke to a not all that bad delivery.
Tendulkar has made 50. Well played. When it's tough, the tough get going, and it looks today if Tendulkar has set himself to get 100.
Yes, he's been helped by Mongia too, because Mongia's taking a few risks, and that.
And he's gone straight over the top, and he's hit it very well. That's landed just in front of the side screen. So 6 of the last ball. Also brought up the 150 for India. India 151 for 4 after 32. Smashing Kasparov straight back over his head. He picked up the slower delivery and hammered it towards the side screen. So
Tendulkar's the man who's been batting.
A wonderful stroke. There are 2 men out there. One at long on, one at long off. And neither could get round. They didn't have far to move. Sensational stroke. Oh, and a very good-looking teddy bear as well. Looking for 2. He's got it. A wonderful 100 from Sachin Tendulkar. He's steering India to a place in the final here against Australia. 100 out of 194. He's 14th 100, and he's 3rd against Australia, and he's 3rd in Sharjah.
Oh, this is a terrific 100. 100 in difficult circumstances because he's been losing wickets at the other end.
Oh, he's hit that one away. That's going to go for 4. Beautifully played. Slightly short. He's got inside the ball and whacked it down to square leg. That now really does take the pressure off them. They're dancing in the aisles in Sharjah. Straight down the ground. Wonderful shot. All the way for 6. What a player. Lovely, crisp, clean hit straight down the ground.
Well, again, the pressure is off. He's gone after the bowler of the very first delivery of the over. And the great thing about this innings today is he's played so straight. Another fantastic shot.
It's gone again. It's all the way out. It's going to be caught. Oh, he's got him. Tendulkar's out. Oh, he's dropped him. He's dropped him. It's It's gone over the fence for 4. Well, that is it, I'm sure now. Tendulkar smashed that one down to deep mid-wicket. Martin down there tried to catch him and dropped him, and then the ball rolled over the fence.
Well, he's just looking to cut loose here. The fielder seemed to have it covered, just lost it at the very last minute. Damien Martin there in the outfield. It's not easy fielding there with all this noise. But India now should go through.
There he goes again. Watch him go. Whips it away on the onside. No that time. Straight to mid-wicket. They need 48 from 24 balls to win the game. That's not out of the question either. Oh, he's high. He's high. It's all the way. It's way over the top into the crowds again. Sachin Tendulkar wants to win this match.
Well, he's a champion and he needs a challenge. Well, you can't have a bigger challenge than that. He's gone berserk here in Sharjah. That is his 6th six of this innings. The slower delivery, he's picked it up and hammered it out of the ground.
Pick single that time, so he's down the non-striker's end over the Laxman. 1 run to qualify. That's it, they've qualified. No trouble at all. Sachin Tendulkar has taken it to the Australians, and the Indians are through to the finals. These two teams are going to do battle again. And what a battle it's going to be. And what's more, that's his highest score. His highest score in one-day internationals. What a time to do it. Oh, great shot. What a shot. Wonderful shot. He's going for a victory. This is absolutely unbelievable.
This is the stuff champions are made of. I have to use that word again and again because this man is literally toying with the Australian bowling at the moment. Don't think Sharjah has seen an innings like this in a long, long time. He's gone berserk, so has the crowd.
To win the game. 32 of 19, and the way he's going at the moment, absolutely anything can happen. 32 to win the game. Oh, he's got him. Has he got him caught behind? Big appeal. They're not going to give him. They can't believe it. I reckon he's got a nick on that one. Sachin Tendulkar's walking. Sachin Tendulkar's walking, is he? Yes, he's walking. Well, that's the end of the most incredible innings. I think he just asked the umpire whether the ball carried. What a wonderful innings.
Yes, he was trying to pull this one away, and he was worried if it had gone over his shoulder. Just takes the bat on the way. And into the keeper. But a standing ovation for one of the great knocks in one-day cricket. 142 of just 131 balls, and he deserves that ovation. He's taken India single-handedly into the finals.
And the late news here is that Coca-Cola, the Coca-Cola company, have made a special award to Sachin Tendulkar of £20,000. That's the end of the over, or that's the end of Sachin.
This will be the first boundary this morning. Beautiful square cut from Sachin Tendulkar. Just a little bit short, a little bit wide from Michael Kasparovich. And you just can't bowl there.
Well, that wasn't such a bad bowler, was it? Just a bit short, just a bit wide, and hit it with a straight bat with tremendous timing.
And again, it's through. This will be a chase for Steve Waugh, but he's given it up. So what a reply from Sachin Tendulkar. 2 quick wickets. First 2 balls he's hit for 4.
See the ball into an offside field, just outside off stump. actually given him room to get his arms away from his body. He's such a brilliant player, front or back foot, as we've just seen, two great shots.
Too short, too wide, 4 more.
Well, you can probably sometimes get away if it's just a touch short or just a touch wide, but both together, short and wide, then you're asking for trouble. He hit it that hard and well, but backward point couldn't get down quick enough. Probably was a chance to stop it, but it was hit quite fiercely. Just possibly you might get yourself out. At the same time, you might just whack the ball all around the park. It just depends what sort of day it is. Today it's all going pretty well. You just work that off the big gap in the mid-wicket area. Just took it off the stumps. Got a heavy bat. Just give it a clonk there and away it runs. That's probably the best shot so far. 34 for 2.
That's well played. Good placement again. Beats the infielder. Wide of the outfielder. Running. Oh, what timing this is. It doesn't stop, does it? It just keeps going when he hits it.
And that really is magnificent timing for you. That boundary bringing up 1,500 runs this year for Sachin Tendulkar. This is glorious timing. It was just a gentle push. The placement was superb.
Yes, just to give you some idea, that's 1,500. Ganguly is 1,148. There's that one smashed through the offside field as well. Well, you just cannot keep him quiet. That was starting to look like a good over, and he's destroyed it. 59 for 2.
That's another very, very good shot. There's just no margin for error when you're bowling to this man. Just out of his reach, and another boundary. .78 for 2 India. And that's where he was brought up. At fine leg, that's where the ball has gone.
That's a terrific shot. You're talking about the placement. That was magnificent.
Yeah, good footwork, but Brad Young gave him room. It's outside off stump, uses his feet, chasses down, and just plants it between the fielders. I think if Young's going to bowl at him, he's got to bowl straight. See, it's outside. Just gets inside it a little bit, it's easy. That's where he's got to bowl, so he makes him hit it long off, long on. It's much harder to get boundaries if you make him play straight in the V.
And he's on 71 with that shot now. Effortlessly clearing long off. Again, lovely use of his feet.
That's a lovely shot. Again, I think you've got to bowl it straighter and fuller so he can't hit you over the top. You've really got to be doing, if you're Brad Young, he's trying to make Tendulkar take a single, bowl and drive it.
Down the track again. And the result the same. Just clearing long off on that occasion, but consecutive sixes here for Tendulkar.
Well, it's terrific batting, but I don't think it's over-smart bowling. You're giving him room, and he's going to belt you, or at least he's going to try. Roll it in there, make him take singles. Bowl at the other guy. Again, he's giving him width, so he's going to get forward.
What a productive over this is for the Indians. 16 runs have come off the first 3 deliveries, 2 sixes. And just won a boundary.
It is hard, Ravi. You bowled on flat pitches like this. When a batsman's going, the pitch is flat in the batsman's favour. They're going to score runs. What you've got to try and stop as a bowler is the big overs. They've got 6, 6 and 4 already. That's 16. That's a big over. There's still 3 balls to go. You can't stop runs. It's whether they get big overs from you. Outside off stump. He's lucky to get away with that.
The crowd are getting ready for him. He's played a blinder of an innings. That's it. That's his century. Brilliantly played. Sachin Tendulkar. 1900s in one-day internationals. 5 against Australia. He's played 194 innings. He scores 100 every 10 times he goes to bat.
Well, just a bit of an anti-climax, but I think from the score of about 90, he realised he could just take them in singles, no pressure at all. I think the assault is to come. Magnificent batting from Sachin Tendulkar, 60 in boundaries.
That is well played. Beautifully placed.
I like that. That is some shot. You know, you talk about the orthodox cover drives, but this was a made-up shot. Just sort of opened the face. Watch. He just steered it, didn't he? It's almost like playing for 1, but timed it so well with the heavy bat that it shot off for 4.
That's a beautiful shot from Sachin Tendulkar. He made it look so easy.
As that one is smashed away through the offside field, these sweepers are being brought into the action. Now they're back for a second. Oh, this is going to be close. Oh, I think he's going to have to ask the question. He's given him out. That's the end of it. He wanted to. He started coming back. Today to shed no. And Tendulkar is run out. Well, what a blow that was. I think Jadeja was probably right. The ball was on its way. Tendulkar was pumped up. He wanted another run. And that is the end of a great innings.
Well, this is a big wicket for the Australians. This could make a difference between a score of 315 and 330. Tendulkar just seemed was a little unsighted. It was too late for him. What an innings coming to an end here. A great knock. It was 1900 in one-day international cricket.
And just able to get off the mark, Tendulkar. Keeping it fine, looks for 2 and gets it easily. Gavin Robertson, the fieldsman, down at fine leg or backward square leg. Too short. The man was on the fence and he's come into point. And Tendulkar's first boundary, 6 runs from the over, 138 for 2.
He's mistiming his shot.
There's always going to be 4. Tendulkar's not the man to let a short ball go. And I think this is the big difference when one bowls to India than he does against other countries. These balls get punished. He's gone for it and he's cleared mid-wicket. Sunny Gavaskar is making the point that the off-spin has been a little too short today. That is just another example. And he's gone again, and that's a really big one. Goes all the way, and Tendulkar's opening out here at the Chidambaram Stadium. The lead is now past 100. Well, he stuffed the ball up in the right slot. There is no protection, as we've been saying. There's no deep mid-wicket. There is a long on, all right. But Tendulkar plays this shot well. Once again, the foot coming in front in case the ball does turn a little more than he anticipated. Aussie envy, India's pride. Take off on a television commercial. And that's gone as well. Not a good time to be Robertson, a great time to be Tendulkar. Warren just had a word with Robertson. He might as well have been telling him what to do in that situation, because he was in a similar one yesterday. Once again, pitch short, and this is only because Sachin Tendulkar had hit the previous delivery, which had been tossed up and further to the batsman over mid-wicket. So Kevin Robertson trying to compensate for that, pitching it.
And Ian Healy again letting the ball through. 4 byes about half an hour ago. And at the bottom edge, the second bounce doing Ian Healy pretty easily through the legs, and a smile from Healy.
Now I think Ian Healy was suggesting to the keeper there that there was an underneath edge. That should have been 4 runs to the batsman, not 4 byes.
Wrong. And no man protecting the mid-wicket fence. And beats the man at gully. The third man's come up. The cover point's been left on the fence. And we've just watched Dravid and again, not where he wanted it to go, but the third man has got time, and Gavin Robertson to wander around. So they got their wish. He brought up his half-century on the ball before lunch. He gets a very healthy round of applause from Ian Healy. And the 200 comes up, 100 in the session, and a half-century for Sachin Tendulkar.
Well, he's used the cross bat once again. He's obviously decided that if the ball is going to be pitched up there for the big hit, even if it's going to be against the turn, he's going to go for it.
Yes, this man doesn't like the game to stagnate. And this is a very, very interesting period now. As I say, Tendulkar's wicket would throw this game back in the balance again.
He's gone after him again, and he's hit a big one, but into the stands. Now, how much of this battle kit is being fought out there, and how much is it Tendulkar telling Warren, like, that's what I'll do to you? Against Blewett, Tendulkar's made some lovely shots off the front foot. I'm not quite sure I hit that as you'd have liked to, but it still carried a long, long way. First bounce on the advertising boards, and this might be the 10th over for limited overs game, the way he's betting.
That is contempt.
What a shot. This is the genius of the man. He's only got one scoring opportunity in that over, and he's ensured it's full marks.
Well, that's well hit. 6.
Absolutely top-class use of the feet. Just a little bit of air, but he was down the pitch, Sachin Tendulkar, and although there is a fielder at long on and the ball's turning, he's made the shot look ridiculously easy. And what an innings this has been. This is his 2nd century over here at Chennai. It's come in very quick time. The Indian team to a man standing and applauding this little champion.
That is a magnificent career record. 1850s, 1500s, very good conversion rate. And he's first against Australia in this country, his own country, 2 in Australia. Well, that's hit beautifully. He might have been ducking them before he got to 100, but not anymore.
Right outside the off stump, same treatment.
Real cult figure over here amongst the animal kingdom. What about the tigers? Do you ever get up there, up north?
Well, that's a lovely shot from Tendulkar. Just so gentle to show that he can play delicate shots as well as he can hit those powerful ones. He's from Melbourne, so I think I'll leave you to assess them. Oh, he's done him again. And Mark was going to be very, very frustrated by this because Tendulkar just keeps tickling him away to third man for 4.
Not only is Mark Waugh, but Gavin Robertson is.
And umpire Sharp quite rightly had a little word to him. Tendulkar brought up his 50 when India brought up their 200. He now brings up his 150 while India bring up 400. So a great thrill for the young man.
And just that glance that he was having, not then, but the previous single, the glance towards the pavilion, I think he's looking at Azharuddin. I get the feeling that there's a declaration not far away, or certainly Tendulkar feels that there should be one fairly soon.
The Indian players coming from the ground because of the declaration. And the applause for Tendulkar by all the Australian players and his teammates. And a standing ovation by a near enough full house here on a Monday afternoon for Tendulkar. Hot day, and the little champion with a crook leg goes into the pavilion. What an ovation for the young man.
That's a good shot from Taylor.
Sachin Tendulkar, he looked good yesterday, but today is a new day. They have to start again. Wasim Akram has the ball in his hand. Well before, he's got that fine enough.
This is nicely glanced. Well in control of that shot.
And that's a 4. He's picked the length quickly and found the gap as well.
Didn't spend much. Waited for that one and put it away beautifully for 4.
How was that? How was that? A loud shout here. They're all going up. The umpire isn't interested. One of those rare deliveries that Tendulkar has been able to score off. Short, just a little wide, although it was turning in.
He hasn't had too many of these, Sachin Tendulkar, and he was very careful with his placement here. He did not want this one to get away.
And that's a half century for Sachin Tendulkar. It must be one of his hardest fought half centuries.
Very important half century this. It has taken a long time. It has been a hard grind, but a very valuable 50 runs.
But that is beautifully bowled. That one going straight through.
Wonderful shot. Wonderful shot from Tendulkar because he's played it with a straight bat, the paddle shot. It's gone very, very fine. The crowd's found a voice again. Just drifting down leg side. He picked the line so beautifully.
It's up in the air. An appeal for a catch. The whole Pakistan team is appealing.
He's found the gap. And that's running away from the fielder. What a good shot.
Found the gap beautifully on this occasion. 7 men on the offside, and he still managed to get through.
He's got that away as well. And that's gone for 4.
And this was another very good shot from Sachin Tendulkar. Didn't really have a lot of room outside the off stump, but he made the room that he needed. Short ball just drifting across his body.
Pulled away for a boundary. It wasn't such a bad delivery. It's marginally short. But this is why Sachin Tendulkar is special.
Yes, back and across in a flash. And put it away in style, Sachin Tendulkar. Not an easy shot to play. There's a fielder there at mid-wicket.
Playing the lap shot. This is not an easy shot to play at all.
What a shot. This is brilliant stuff from Tendulkar. Lap shot, middled it. Had to pick the line and direction of the ball early and then battled it beautifully.
When you see good cricket, you have to appreciate it, and that's what Sachin Tendulkar provided there. And that was a possible stumping chance, a catch as well. Tendulkar just got a little carried away with those 2 boundaries perhaps. Moin Khan, he's had such a good match. But will that be an expensive miss?
I had my arms up again this time, Sonny. This would be a costly miss. Moin Khan has done wonderfully well behind the stumps, and there you can see the anguish and pain.
Once again playing that lap shot. Will it go for a boundary? Yes, it will.
Again paddling it nicely, middling it and finding the gap.
He's gone for the big hit. It's a boundary. This is a very, very good over for India, thanks to Sachin Tendulkar. 16 runs of that over from Sakleen Mushtaq.
This was a little risky, playing across the line, but then managed to middle it.
Mongia will have to hurry. He scores a direct hit, but I think Sachin Tendulkar knows that Mongia also has made it. That's an excellent 100. Out for a duck in the first innings. It was evident from the moment he walked out to bat that he was looking to make up for it with 100. But I know that he will not be satisfied with that. He would want to take India to their target.
This was the single that brought him his 100. He's delighted. It was a committed effort.
Lovely timing, great balance. That's 4.
Well, that is the danger of the second new ball. It's harder, it will swing a bit more, it will bounce a bit more, but it will also race off the bat a bit quicker. That was beautifully played.
Oh, that's a terrific shot. Over-pitched and hammered through the offside.
That's a great shot. How many men in this game can play a shot like that?
Just a little push. Had to place the ball in the right area. The way it went. What a shot.
4. How do you set a field to this man? I think he's just told himself, you play games with me and I'm going straight down the track. I think his back is really starting to hurt now.
There's not a lot one can do when he's in such a flowing mood. This time using his feet, playing him straight instead of favouring the sweep shot. Just letting Saklan know that he's got a lot more to offer to him.
That's gone as well. That's exactly what I meant.
Picked the length so early there. Rocketed back. And played it down.
Oh dear, he's got the leading edge. Man's under it. It's taken. What have we got here? Sachin Tendulkar has knocked on the door. It's still closed. Another leading edge, the second in the match. And the end of one of the great test match innings you'll see.
Well, this was a great knock. Ended by a drifter. Again, Saklan flighting that one. Asking Sachin to go over the top. Sachin not reading the one, and it was nicely held by Wasim Akram. Gone for 136.
The big target for India, 252 in 40 overs. So someone has to really play a big inning. The man in your picture, Captain Sachin Tendulkar, he's the key man for India today once again. Sean Pollock bowling his first delivery. And Ganguly slashing outside the off stump. So Tendulkar off the mark with a magnificent boundary. They can get plenty of width outside the off stump and they can pull it also. To me, too short. Tendulkar is a fine player, and in these days in one-day cricket you can't get away with that. So 2 overs gone. Ganguly again, it's in the air. Alan Donald could get underneath. It'll be a great catch. Does. It is a magnificent catch. That's a big breakthrough for South Africa early in the Indian innings. It's a very good wicket, very good catch, Indians. That is one of the best shots. Unbelievable. Tendulkar just giving himself a lot of room and just playing Porky Bryson through the covers. That's another magnificent shot. It's not an easy shot to play, but Tendulkar did it easily. 4 more runs, India 29 for 1. This point, which is quite strange. That is a magnificent shot and almost killed that man of point. Unbelievable stuff here. It's a cracker stroke past point. That's a beautiful shot. That is a superb shot, well in front of square, and a good way to finish the 5th over. India 39 for 1.
Got him away this time because they brought up the fine leg into the circle, which means that Donald cannot afford to go anywhere near middle and leg. This is Pollock now with new boots, and he's lashed through the covers by Dravid, and that's going to go for 4 runs. Very good boundary off the last ball from Pollock's last over. Well, now he drives through the covers. Yes, that certainly does sound a better proposition. This is a full toss from Pollock, and it's put away by Dravid. That is fairest. This is another one through the covers, this time by Tendulkar. And Mike, the South African bowling is being plundered. 61 for 1 from 7. Dravid goes after Donald and hits it brilliantly. Magnificent pull shot there, Tendulkar rather, and it's 4 runs to mid-wicket, and it's 68 for 1. Well, India, the way they're going, are making this total of 252 look quite easy. Imagine hitting Donald over long on, and that's what he's done at the moment. And this is caught! That's the one they wanted. Bryson has got him at that short fine leg position. African captain has dismissed his counterpart. Sachin Tendulkar.
This one playing beautifully off his legs. 4 good runs, because fast bowler Donald didn't like it when Donald ever hit him for a 6. That's disappointing, because it's beaten the field at 2 in 15 overs, gone 109 for 2. Rahul Dravid's 50, and that's been a quality innings as well to be overawed, so to speak, by that of Sachin Tendulkar's.
In World Cup cricket. Tendulkar on his way in spanking fashion. It
wasn't all that bad a delivery, but the timing was exquisite.
Well, the Indian flags are out. They didn't have a lot to cheer about when, and importantly, the placement was absolutely spot on. Great timing from the little master. He's away.
Sakram fractionally short, and Tendulkar pounced 2 for 46 for Zahir Khan. He was the pick of the bowlers. Gets that away. It's gone away fine and into the boundary. 9 off the first over. India 9 for no loss at the moment. And Ramesh, you can already see that this is such a good pitch for batting. And he goes after that one, and it's 6. Just using the pace of the bowler. But there's a flurry of boundaries at the moment.
Well, Azhar Mahmood has walked up to the bowler to pat on his back. This was a very, very ordinary effort. Not in any control, Yunus Khan to stop that one. That was once again fiercely struck. So Pakistani bowlers providing a little bit of width to both Sehwag and Sachin.
Oh, that's glorious. That's been struck with tremendous power.
For 14, first ball he bowled went for 6. On the ground, quality stroke, great effort, but it's gone for 4. Has the wicket till the 10th over. Oh, my goodness me. Beautiful. Swing. Another exquisite stroke from Tendulkar. 88 for 2. Beautiful shot from Kaif this time. Shoaib trying to go full. Kaif up to it. Kicking the... Continues. That'll run away for 4 as well. Only just, but it will. And so it goes on. 98 for 2.
It's the Pakistani bowling. Sachin Tendulkar. That's away. That's a good shot as well, too. That's a beautiful shot. A little bit leg side from Waqar Younis, and dispatched for 4. Really could be getting a sore ass. Staggering stuff from these Indian batsmen. Now those blocks of 50. First 50 in just 30 balls. Second 50 in 39. And again, glorious stroke again. Didn't try to hit it too hard. Overpitched by Waqar Younis, and it goes straight back past him for 4. From Mohammad Kaif. Whipped away. Good shot. Very good shot. Full toss that time from Shoaib Akhtar, and that is dispatched with ease. So the run feast continues. He was in a nasty blow on the same area, by the way, that Shoaib Akhtar hit him in the nets, which caused him to miss a game or 2. And now it's Tendulkar. That's away. Gee, I don't think it went exactly where Sachin meant it to go, but he'll take him. That was a good delivery. Nothing. Problem perhaps. It is very warm out there in the middle at Supersport Park at Centurion. It's warm out there, and also when you're playing against Pakistan, the pressure is immense, and under pressure you tend to sweat a lot. Straight back past the bowler for 4. No ball as well, so that'll be 5 runs. Great shot again from Tendulkar. What a treat this is to watch. There is no stopping. Great balance. Good follow through.
It's a beautiful shot that's got past him. And it just might run away from him. It does. It's gaining on the field. exquisite timing.
Well, it's been there all day.
It's always going to be a competitive score, unless you bowl long ups like that and get it for 4.
Well, a real... was batted.
Like he's on 40, the partnership's worth 95. Short ball, has he put it away? Yes, he has, that's it. India have done it. A boundary to finish things. The crowd here at Simswell Park, Centurion, are going absolutely berserk. What a terrific performance by India. Rahul Dravid, a very sensible knock from him.
He is an amazing cricketer. He walks to the wicket. Millions of people around the world sit up and take notice. And the reason they do is he has got a fantastic record. 300 one-day internationals. Yes, 300. 56 50s, 33 hundreds. Look at that for timing and placement. That's just magic. What a start.
And just a defensive push. Amazing footwork. It wasn't half volley, was quite wide, and he looked to get his feet over towards the ball and pushed. Just opened the face and boy did it race away. It's a big bat he's got.
Those fellas aren't worried about that. Tendulkar's in town. 4 more. That was a full toss, but once again just along the carpet so easily.
Well, he knows where the fielders are. He's already imprinted that on his mind before the bowler's bowled. And so when he gets a full toss or a half volley like this one, the full toss, he just opens the blade knowing he doesn't want to hit it too straight because there's a couple of men there. He wants to beat the man in front of point. And so by opening the blade and only using half a bat, he's able to find the gap and easily to the boundary. Slashed away, good shot. Boy, it nearly went all the way. Oh, dense in the Newey. Wonderful shot.
Yeah, just enough width there. He's given himself more room by just backing outside leg stump. And that was all it took to be able to free his arms and get it right in the middle of the bat.
There it is. That's the mark I'm talking about. Over mid-wicket, he could go either side. If you follow him, he'll just pick you off leg side. There's all the options all stored in his little computer there. And he makes it look so easy. This ball kicked back off a length too.
Well, he's having fun, isn't he? He's enjoying being out there. Smile on his face. He knows that perhaps wasn't perfectly timed, but well enough.
Down on the max zone, he'll pick up 8. Or will it be 12? Flat hit, straight down the ground, just when they needed to up the run rate. Bang, Tendulkar. It's a beauty.
Well, I thought for a second there Dave Questie was going to go to the third umpire to see how far it went. The other fella's about a metre away from it. Can't trust his eyesight. Just inside the line. That one isn't, though. That's a big hit. That is 12. Massive blow, dead straight. That's the name of the game.
Canning's first 3 balls were absolutely out of the top drawer. Tendulkar could do nothing. And then, bang, 8, bang, 12, and 20 runs to boot. Now they're averaging 13.3 and over. In 2 hits, it's gone from 8.8 up to 13.3. And India bring up the 50 in just the 4th over. Now, what does Canning do? Has he got a slow ball, a Yorker? Does he whack it in short? He doesn't want to pitch it up. He does. And Tendulkar says, happy birthday. Brilliant batting. Tendulkar 24 runs off the last 3 balls of that over, 55 for 1.
Well, he's a clever cricketer. hasn't been showing every shot that he's got in the book, and he hasn't been timing it perfectly, but he got the last 3 right, didn't he? He's adjusting, sign of a top-class player, just to take your time and work your way into an innings. Deficit now 68. If Tendulkar bats the majority of the next 6 overs, then of course it won't end up that way. Challenge here for Jacob Oram. 4. A little lucky.
Hand speed here is why he gets away with 2 shots that he hasn't quite found the middle of the bat. Bangs so fast through the hitting zone. You can see here the hands just fast, and the friction on the ball is very, very hard. Way it flies. I mean, it's only 2 bounces to the boundary. 45 already off 18 balls. His strike rate is 250. Now, has he timed this? Yes, he has. Oh, that is so tantalizing for McMillan. The kids are loving this. Tendulkar up to 49.
It's going to be a fun summer. It really is. May not be a lot of fun for a few bowlers. Those that like attacking batting and classy stroke play leading into the World Cup. It's worth the admission. How good's that? It's going to be good enough. I would suggest Canning, even though a very brave effort, for 8 runs, and there's 50 for Tendulkar. First time out.
He's making the most of the fact that they're still on the first 5 overs, only 2 men back. And just beautiful shots hitting through it, full face, straight. He got slightly underneath it, but it was enough to go to the boundary for another 8.
Harry's good, but he ain't that good. Man, did that get to point quickly.
Well, what can you say about this batting? This is bat speed at its best. Look at that. He gets the follow-through back past his left ear. Whackety-do. That is just flown. Harris is just... no chance. 61 off 21 balls.
Add 6 to that. Did it make the line? No, it didn't, in fact. What a big over that is. And all of a sudden, India are 80 for 1 after 5 overs, and the deficit only 43.
Well, a quarter of a century of runs off that over. 25 off Jake Oram's over. 24 of them to Sachin Tendulkar. Has hit Oram to all parts. 65 now. Das would just do well to hit a singular ball. Sachin Tendulkar 65. That's a nice score. The Max International, there's been 4 of them previously. Quite in control. What dare I say? It's 4 more.
Well, this is one of the best shots I've seen tonight, because you look at the wrists. You look at the way he changed his mind halfway through this shot. He was going to hit it over extra cover and then thought, no, I'll open the face of the bat and deliberately hit it over gully. You watch, he's sitting extra cover, then all of a sudden the wrists take it over the top of gully. That's a superb cricket shot. Very hard to defend.
Still 3 overs to go for India. Oh, that is magnificent. Just chipping it, controlling it. Well, we're going to see a century by the little master. Brendan McCullum in the deep. He'll be keeping in the second innings. Slow ball, good delivery. He bowls the leg spinner as opposed to the off spinner with that change up. Oh, caught this time. Yes, got him. Followed him outside that leg stump. And Tendulkar has just shown how good he is, how great he is. A magnificent innings of 72.
Well, good luck to Hitchcock. He has earned the first few bucks on his contract. He's got a prize scalp there. He's walked outside leg stump looking to hit it through extra cover. And a big thick edge through to fellow Wellingtonian Chris Nevins. Sees the end of Tendulkar. The first of many standing ovations this summer. 108 for 2.
So Gavin Robertson will bowl from the pavilion end. And there it is. Straight over the top. Maximum result.
Well, they're pretty pleased with that, as much as they should. Tendulkar didn't hit this very high either. It was low struck. Still went for 6. Just a forearm jolt. You see how flat that ball goes, the trajectory of it. Bang, hits the billboards.
And again, he tries to get down the pitch. 4 runs. Too square to stop that, so the boundary's coming thick and fast, and the money's worth for the crowd.
Well, Australia really struggled to find the boundary. India already 40 runs on the board, and boundaries galore coming. This time Tendulkar just tickling it down through the vacant slip area.
And from one Indian star to another, Sonny Gavaskar has joined into the commentary box with Ian Chappell.
Gavin Robertson asking, almost pleading with the umpire there. The umpire, Sati, just saying the ball was going down leg side. This one he hits on the rise and hits it very well. That brings up the 50. It's 52 without loss after 8 overs. Just wide of Gilchrist and away to the boundary. That's what you get for attacking the bowling. They move fielders around and take them out of the slips.
Yes, this is the second time that he's played that shot. The first time he played it along the ground. This time he's gone for a widest delivery because it was pitched up.
Over mid-off. That'll be 4. Beautiful batting. 67 without loss.
Tom Moody. And Tendulkar seems to find the gaps almost at will here. .50 once again to Sachin Tendulkar.
Well, I tell you what, if he keeps up like this, Asha, there'll be a few signs up vote for Tendulkar as man of the match if he keeps going. India none for 84. Tendulkar already got his 50. And we're just in the 14th over this one currently.
Which is 40th 50. And he is not yet 25. That's another huge one. That has gone out of the ground. 6, number 3 for Sachin Tendulkar. He is on fire. And this has disappeared as well. 6, number 4, over mid-wicket.
That story at the moment for Australia. Darren Lehman going to have a bowl.
That's another huge one. The boundaries hold very little significance at the moment for Sachin Tendulkar. They're just a necessary landmark on a cricket ground, but he doesn't quite bother about them.
Well, he just steps inside Darren Lehman. That one's pitched outside leg stump. And what does he do? He'll over extra cover.
Both immensely talented. Immensely proud of their performance. And this is Amit 6. Look at that use of the feet. Any youngsters watching
Look at the lovely footwork by Sachin Tendulkar.
Well, that's required rate, showing what a stroll in the park it is for India after this magnificent start.
That's another big one. That is a huge one.
Well, that's appropriate in the Pepsi series. He's put it right next to the cans. That is a long ball. Hitting in the second tier of stands and then rolling back onto the roof. That's a big one. Now someone's going to have to get up on the roof and get it.
Good captaincy by Steve Waugh. He's brought the extra man in the circle. He knows how tentative Tendulkar is. There are 5 men inside the circle.
He gets it. Century number 13 for Sachin Tendulkar. What a privilege it's been to be here while he was batting.
The crowd and the atmosphere will tell you the story at home.
It's a performance that will ensure them a place in Tuesday's final. Yes, as Tendulkar, it's almost as if he's counting the runs himself. He's expecting that to be called wide.
Tough that one to be called wide, because the ball pitched the outside leg stump, but it came back quite close to Tendulkar's body, and it'll be a little bit unfortunate for Shane Warne.
Leading edge and gone. It's almost as if, having displayed his skills, having painted his picture, the master has abdicated. But that is very good bowling by Shane Warne. It's a typical leg spinner's wicket, and this applause is so different from the raucous applause that greeted his century.
Good wicket for Shane Warne, a legitimate wicket. Tendulkar had done that before and had smashed Shane Warne, so nobody would begrudge Warne the wicket, and nobody would begrudge the ovation that Sachin Tendulkar is going to get when he leaves this arena. 100 off 90 balls in just over 2 hours, 5 4s, 7 6s, and India 175 for 1.
Just the 2 slips for Tendulkar. Shane Warne picking up his 350th Test wicket. If you ever needed any convincing that you need perseverance in Test cricket, 1 for 150 against India in his first Test, and there he is, 350 now. No shot being played, the ball hitting just on the knee. I think that's a fair enough decision from umpire Davis, especially when the batsman's not playing a shot. Bounces followed by the Yorker. Good bowling.
Yes, it shows the young man thinks about his bowling as well. Just doesn't want to come in and bowl at 150 k's per hour every delivery. This is excellent stuff.
Player off the back foot, Tendulkar. He's looking at a second there. It's aggressive running. Off the mark. playing the Yorker very firmly down the ground. Tendulkar will probably look for 4 here. And he's done well. He's picked the right fielder. Justin Langer doesn't have a strong arm, and he's come back for the 4. India 5 for 143. 55 runs needed. Tendulkar on 79. Prasad on 4. Still having a few problems with that left arm. Sachin Tendulkar in the commentary position now with no problems at all. No health problems. Richie Benaud and Tony Gregg.
Thanks, Ian. Yes, we've seen him just flinch once or twice, especially when he plays his cut shot. So obviously all is not well with Tendulkar. However, I'm sure he understands the responsibility here. He's been very cautious. He's been knocking that arm with his bat, obviously trying to get some blood flow in there. I think it's the only reason that I can think that you'd want to do that to your arm. Perhaps he's just feeling a little bit numb. He's trying to knock a bit of feeling back into it. One way or the other, he's not doing too badly. He's on 79 and on strike.
Just underlines what a good player he is when you think of all the problems the other batsmen have had against the Australian bowlers. He seems to have had none. Made some glorious strokes of both pace and spin, and the slightly slower pace of Damien Fleming. Lovely exhibition.
Here's the slower one. That's well bowled and well played. Well, that's 1,000 in 1999 for Sachin Tendulkar.
I think we can say he picked it. Sometimes when a quick bowler bowls a slower ball, it'll take the batsman by surprise. Not this one. He launched it, waited for it first of all, then he launched himself at it. Had it right from the moment it left Brett Lee's hands.
Quick delivery, that one, and very, very well left to Tendulkar, looking straight back down the pitch, eyeballing the fast bowler. That was on target, and he moved very well, kept his eye on the ball, went whistling past his nose.
I don't think you get much change out of Tendulkar, and the big thing about that one was, although the ball actually kept low, he kept his eyes on it this time. Instead of doing what he did in Adelaide and ducking and taking his eyes off it, he watched it all the way. One, Adelaide, he went to earth, was out. That time, eyes are still looking straight down the pitch.
He's clearly decided to duck, and have a look at this. Just fixed his eyes on those of Brett Lee. One's gone whistling away down a fine leg and off the thigh pad. Quick delivery again. Gilchrist wasn't quite quick enough to get to it. Flying off the thigh pad.
He did very well to get across to it. Needed a giant leap.
He's a pretty fast bowler. He's got up to 150 now.
Slow ball, only 100. Oh, a quick delivery again, and well, it didn't bounce that much. He really had to move fast. It's 5 for 160. So 5 for 163. Tendulkar 86, Prasad on 5. Good partnership with Tendulkar doing most of the scoring. He's on strike now. Brett Lee again, who's bowling really fast. Oh, he's had a go at that one. He wants to be a bit careful there. We've already seen one wicket fall in that sort of area, trying to play that cut shot. Dravid went for one. He's not happy with himself here, Tendulkar.
They both think they're badly done by. Lee thought he almost had him. Tendulkar thought he almost had 4.
Plenty of you wondering who won the trivia competition today. Just let's remind you of the question first of all.
Prasad is 6 and Tendulkar 88. 5 for 167. Still that follow-on mark is the all-important thing. Not many to go, so you'd say they should do it on their ear. But there are some things that can go wrong in the best laid plans on the cricket field.
Bowled him, clean bowled him, fast delivery, and they love seeing those stumps fly out of the ground. Brett Lee, he's having a ball today.
And that's one of the things that can go wrong. Very good debut for Brett Lee, made runs. Now he's got 3 wickets. That was with an attempted Yorker that turned out to be a full toss, but it was simply too fast for Prasad. Just come back in as well. I suppose there's any reverse swing there at the moment. Probably a bit too much shine on the ball, but it certainly came back inside his stroke and surprised hell out of him. 6 for 167.
Ajit Dhaka. Well, he's out there now, and he's going to have to face the music, and it's going to be pretty rapid music as well. Brett Lee to him. Oh, and that's well bowled. Big appeal. Yes, got him out. LBW first ball. Brett Lee, beautiful delivery, bang on target, fast, furious, and dead straight.
Well, that's quite something, isn't it? First of all, the attempted Yorker that has gone through on sheer pace to dismiss Prasad, and then another Yorker. Now, was this a bit more reverse swing?
Well, he's right up there. 149, 151, 150. Now he's bowling to Tendulkar. What an over. 1 ball to go. Still quite a long way to go to save the follow-on. 37 more to get. Srinath on strike now. Oh, he's hit him in there. This is out. Yes, he's taken it. That's the end of Srinath. He's got another one. Oh, what a day. 5 wickets on debut. Brett Lee has brought the MCG alive.
And this, as we were saying only a few moments ago, is the sort of thing that can happen to the latter order, in this case the Indian latter order.
So only 34 to avoid the follow-on.
And, well, it's going to have to be Tendulkar who's got to do this. Lee to bowl to him. One slip, that's all. Right up in the block hole. Try to york him as well.
Well, it is reverse swing, no doubt about that now. The 2 wickets, they both slanted in. This ball is 60 overs old now, and this is the first time Lee has started to bowl reverse swing. We've seen him do it in the Mercantile Mutual and been very impressed by it. Match up in Queensland earlier in the summer and won at North Sydney Oval. And he's had the ball coming in a great deal from outside the right-hander's off stump when the ball has been quite old.
Oh, he's got that one away for a single. Oh, this could be a mistake. And all the fielders back, inviting him to take the run. He's done that, and with this bit of swing here, could be pretty dangerous. So Kumble just checking his guard. Single. Well, he got down the other end there in a real hurry, and wouldn't anyone.
New South Wales bowled very quickly. He's been very straight. Swale ball, and he picks up a hook for 2. Oh, misfield. He could have probably got him. Well, in the end, oh, nearly overthrows. Wow, how was that? He was looking for 2. It wasn't there. Misfield. And finally, they went, and a chance of overthrows at the non-striker's end.
Greg Blewett was the fielder at deep backward square. He was put under a lot of pressure by the running of Sachin Tendulkar. Made a bit of a meal of it, but almost turned into a run out. Slower ball from Brett Lee. He just nudges it away just in front of square. Blewett comes streaming in but fumbles it. And after the second fumble, Tendulkar wants to go. Then throws, hits at the bowler's end. That would have been very close indeed.
Tendulkar on 95. 96, and he singled this time. 4 balls remaining for Kumble to survive or get a single, and I think Kumble's good enough to do that, averaging 17 at Test cricket.
I must admit, Bill, I was a little surprised when he didn't bat ahead of Srinath. More accomplished batsman, particularly against the pace of someone like Brett Lee. I was a little surprised to see Srinath come out. Averages over 17, 6 first class.
The crease at 2 for 11. It's been a wonderful knock. He's controlled one end, he's played superbly. Deserves 100. It'll be a great one.
It certainly would be. He's been tied down at times with some excellent bowling from the Australians. They've bowled a superb line and length all day. Giving him nothing. He's had to work for all those runs. He's a quality player. He's got through the tough periods, and now he's trying to nurture his partner, Anil Kumble, through this tough period. Trying to get past that follow-on figure of 206.
This is the last delivery from Lee. Oh, what a good player he is. He goes to 97. He's going to come back for the second. Goes to 98. He runs so important. It's 8 for 185 at the Melbourne Cricket Ground. 185, 21 runs needed to avoid the follow-on. 2 for 100 for Tendulkar.
There's the equation. The Indians, a further 21 runs needed to avoid the follow-on.
There's a single. They'll probably go for 2. No, they're happy with the single. So Tendulkar on 98 and strike to Shane Warne. 21 Test hundreds so far. This great player, the greatest batsman in the world, and he showed it today. Under enormous pressure. Good support from the local Indians here in Melbourne. Let's hope for their sake and cricket's sake he gets 100. He deserves it.
I think even the Australians in the crowd would like to see that. They know how well he's played. Enjoyed the battle between Warne and McGrath.
He's going to look for 2. He'll get it. He'll get it. The throw is going to be good. He could be out. He's run out, surely. No, he's safely home, and what a magnificent 100. Superb innings from Sachin Tendulkar. He's 22nd in Test cricket. magnificent ovation for a great player. 22 Test hundreds. His 5th in 1999. His 5th versus Australia. His 3rd in Australia. 100 out of 8 for 188. This time he gets a single.
Yes, well, a quality innings from a quality player. Yeah, a little light drizzle just coming over the ground, but it won't certainly dampen Sachin Tendulkar's day. He's played beautifully today. Australians, I don't think, could have bowled any better than they have. Pressure's been immense on him. By getting his 100, they've scampered through for a very quick 2. There's half a chance at the bowler's end. Steve Waugh was the fielder. Excellent flat throw, Shane Warne. Had to bounce it in though, and the diving Anil Kumble got home.
Kumble, that was a shoulders and plays a very good shot off the back foot, at least 3.
One of the few bad balls of the day, really, from Shane Warne. It's done a fantastic.
Fighting desperately to avoid the 4-1 and possibly to save this match for India. Well played. Tendulkar in control all day, hasn't given a chance.
That's good early call. Although he was in trouble if it hit. That's well backed up. Very well backed up. 13 without loss. Beautiful delivery. Excellent length on that occasion. That's a good shot. Gave it a bit of air on purpose, and Sammy can't get there this time. Well, that's a magnificent shot. Well, this is a case of fighting fire with fire, because India have obviously decided the best form of defence is attack.
Oh, gone. Bad ball from Shabir. You've got the fine leg up. It's important. It's imperative that you get your line right somewhere on that off stump.
That's beautifully timed. That'll run away for 4.
He'll get a run and get a 50. Yet another 50 by Sachin Tendulkar. He'll raise his bat. Gets good support from the Pindi crowd. It's 67-50. But he needs to continue and grow. He needs to be out there till the end if India to win this one. Oh, that's crashed. That'll go to the boundary. So no ball bowled by Mohammad Sami, and the last ball being put away for 4. 114 for 2. He's been very efficient with this shot. That's gone fine. That's gone for another 4. Sachin Tendulkar at his very best. Oh, very good shot. Poor delivery from Trev Malik, but it had to be put away, and Sachin Tendulkar has played a wonderful cut shot. 25 gone, 148 for 3. That's 4. That's classy. Sachin Tendulkar has played a blazing cover drive. It was quicker from Shahid Afridi, and he read it so well, timed it beautifully.
That's brilliantly placed by Sachin Tendulkar, and his timing was perfection. Just wide of mid-wicket and away to the boundary.
What a shot. Maybe he realised that if he was going to drop it short, he's going to look to pull it away, but it was a little bit straighter and wider than he thought. Outside off stump. It was a wonderful shot.
There's the 100 for Sachin Tendulkar, first Indian batsman to make the one-day international 100 in Pakistan. Well, that's hit beautifully. That's 6. Oh, how quick was that? Mohan Khan's having a look at the bowler.
It's going to take a lot out of him physically. He's got 4. Doubt. He did well enough, but not enough to save 4. Here comes the lofted shot. Plays that beautifully, I think. And as he's tiring physically, perhaps he's decided it's the time to take some more risks and play one of those shots that have full value.
Oh, that's a good shot. That is such a good shot. There's the boundary for the over. Seems to be just pacing this perfectly.
Whether he can keep his fitness going, whether he can keep the air in the lungs. Rahul Dravid is running towards the danger end. That's fine.
That's up in the air and can be caught and is. Listen to that crowd now. Are they happy? Or are they happy?
Delirious might be the right word to be used at this time. That's what the Pakistanis are. Well, I said it wasn't in the offing, but I think Inzaman's prayers have been answered. He was hoping for something like this. He didn't change the field too much, just mistimed it. And that's a good catch by Abdul Razak. Made it look easy. That's a difficult catch in the deep.
Gillespie. Inside edge onto Penn. There it was, the Yorker, but about 3 or 4 inches short, and Tendulkar was able to get a solid wood on that for 4.
Shot. Away it runs through mid-wicket, and that's 4.
His line has got to be outside off stump, just a few inches, and a straight ball would basically hit off stump because of the angle.
Swept on length and great judgment by Tendulkar. It's a 50 partnership, Tendulkar and Dravid. Oh, that's a lovely stroke. Oh, that is a Tendulkar special. And it's going for 4.
And going for the sweep. He doesn't play that shot too often. It's normally the paddle sweep.
They're trying to play the sweep shot, pitching on the leg stump. And would it have gone on to hit the stumps? No.
Oh, he's played that well. Nice flick of the wrist to get the ball past mid-on and into the boundary. That's well bowled. Did that carry? Just a hint of turn there for Stuart MacGill. Took the outside edge. Now did that carry to Matt Hayden? Just short of Hayden. He's a good slipper. And that should encourage MacGill.
Slightly outside off stump. Swinging away, edged 4 runs.
Now that is really out of the Tendulkar scrapbook. And he'll get a single and keep strike. So Tendulkar goes up to 36. 208 for 3. Another milestone reached. Sachin Tendulkar gets 9,000 test runs. 9,004. Now shots like those. This time he got the length right and 4 to square leg.
That's nicely clipped off his toes. And he's crossed for 2 and goes back for a third. 3 runs that give Sachin Tendulkar a half century at the SCG. It's his first of this series. And it's the 37th of his career. And my word, we've waited for that one. Hauled away by Tendulkar, and it's going for 4.
4. He butchered that. Didn't have too much room. Just hit it with that heavy bat.
No ball again, and that's nicely timed. That'll race across the turf into the boundary.
Oh, that is glorious. First runs of the morning for Tendulkar. Oh, it's gone through.
Tendulkar goes through the onside this time. And the boundary is continuing to flow.
He's got 4 of those with a beauty. And he gets the run. What a special 100 for a great cricketer and a lovely man. Oh, I have no idea how much this means to him. But a quiet man has answered his detractors with a bat. Well played, Sachin Tendulkar.
It's gone fine. He plays that so well. Oh, that is creamed away by Tendulkar. Just go and pick it up once it goes across the rope.
What a shot. Thank you very much. And he's played it fine. 2 men down, 1 in front of square, 1 at long leg.
That's worked away on the onside. This is a quick outfield. The ball is going downhill and will just beat the fielder into the fence.
Oh, did it carry? It might well have carried to Stuart MacGill. But Tendulkar gets the single. That brings him 150 here at the SCG. Only a second camera look will tell us whether that actually carried to MacGill.
Well, I think he tried to hit it over the top. I have a feeling it did carry. These are catches that are taken nowadays in Test cricket. Oh, what a shot. What a beautiful shot. He's timed it well.
Coming up on the big scoreboard. It's another chase, and it's another boundary for Tendulkar.
Let's pick the gap. That was asking to be hit, and Tendulkar's not in the mood to refuse. Another one. Action replay of that one. And that'll run away. What timing on that shot. Oh, he didn't seem to do too much, but he's blessed with it.
Oh, that's nicely played. Just elegantly through the onside. And again a tease for the fielder. Oh, that's a lovely shot. This will race away to the boundary. He goes for the single. He'll have to hurry. He gets there in time. And a double 100 for Sachin Tendulkar. His 3rd in Test match cricket. And look at the delight. It's been a magnificent innings.
Thumped at a rate of knots, and it was just going too fast for Brett Lee. And the runs are flowing. First over of the morning, it's another boundary, so 9 off the opening Gillespie over. 4 more. Short and pulled away.
He's gone for that. That's extremely well played. Now that's a shot of a man who's been there for over 10 hours. He was into position in a flash, knew exactly which part of the ground he was hitting the ball to. That's good running. Lanka was the fielder. I think his mind will be on batting and his time will come. Saurav Ganguly has called him in. 40 minutes of play today. India have reached 7:05 for 7. And Sachin Tendulkar will leave the field to a standing ovation. And Tendulkar on his way. Starts off with a boundary. No ball signal, just drifting onto leg stump. And that was nicely played.
Was a loosener from Rana Naveed. No effort in that. He was just looking to ball on a good line of length, but drifted towards the pads, and Sachin Tendulkar is off.
No ball, put away for 4. That was juicy. And Tendulkar has helped himself.
Seems like after having the adjustment made with the side screen, he saw the ball very early. Played it beautifully and into the gap. Picked up his second boundary.
Beautiful timing. Third boundary for Tendulkar. And the good thing was he wasn't really reaching out for the ball. He allowed the ball to come onto the bat. That's through. And it will be 4. Late adjustment by Tendulkar. The ball wasn't really coming onto the bat. At the very last minute, he's opened the face of the blade. Waited and then got the placement right.
Not an easy shot to play on this kind of a track. Waited on it, and then in the end, opened the face of the bat and picked up his 4th boundary.
It's a single down to third man. That should be runs for Tendulkar. I thought it would be 4, but the outfield, as I said, in patches is quite thick. Now, I tell you, this is a heartening side. It might look a risky shot, but you're seeing a different Tendulkar here. The approach is different. It's not like he's letting Sehwag do all the scoring, the risk-taking. He's taken the initiative in this partnership. That's good to see.
Ball got just a little big on him. Intentions are very clear. He was going to clear the infield over mid-on or mid-off. But Rana Naveed bowled it quite cleverly in the end. Pitched it just a little bit short.
Played it fine down to third man, and it's 4. Third man fielder a bit too wide. Nicely played by Tendulkar.
Those areas outside the leg stump. It makes Tendulkar do something different. And he smashed it into the crowd, gave himself room, didn't allow Afridi to settle down. Mid-on was up, and he took a chance.
Well, it's not often that you see that the wicket that's fallen is Sehwag and the momentum has stayed the same.
They've put 50 on the board, and the batsman, well, naturally thinks he's on 50. He could change his game. Now he's definitely on 50. Officially a 50 for Tendulkar, and this partnership also crossing 50.
Yes, the batsman should be given the credit, but also the Pakistanis, they didn't bowl very well. Seemed like they lacked a certain kind of a plan on this kind of a pitch. Some fire was missing from the opening bowlers of the Pakistani team. Good shot, but straight to the fieldsman, only a single. Yeah, like you suggested, there were too many runs scored in that particular area, the third man. And that shows the Pakistani captain didn't read the pitch very well. Deft touch from Sachin Tendulkar. A bit of width outside the off stump, and that was the quickest delivery. The off spinner from Shahid Afridi allowed Sachin Tendulkar to use the pace of that ball on a slow track, waited on it, and then placing it beautifully away from the fieldsman for another boundary.
Few more runs in that third man area with that last boundary. It's been a heavy scoring area for the Indians.
And it's a reverse sweep. It's a strong hit from Sachin Tendulkar. Almost carried that for a 6.
That was vicious. It wasn't a paddle, which we're used to seeing in reverse sweeps. But take a look at this for a reverse sweep. I've seen him play left-handed in the nets also, Ramesh. So he's quite ambidextrous, this man, Tendulkar. That is a severe hit. Played that late. That should go the distance. There's a fielder herring after it. He just cuts it off, restricting it to just 2. It's 163 for 1.
Down the track, raises the 100-run partnership with a lovely boundary. This is good aggressive cricket from Sachin Tendulkar.
Little predetermined, trying to shake him off his line and length. Razak causing some worries for them. A little bit of risk there. The old-fashioned slog. He saw him coming, pitched it short, but Sachin was up to it. Managed to hit it into the gap. 4 good runs.
Age will get him a boundary. It's a no ball as well. Pakistan have been pretty ragged in that department.
This is going to hurt. It was a good delivery, found the outside edge, went for 4. But it's the no ball, which is the big problem. He's been getting the ball to move. Well, that's a healthy edge, carrying for 4.
That's a biggie. It's Shahid Afridi who's trying to get underneath that one. That's hit the cameraman. Now that has hit our cameraman. And he's down. Poor chap is down now. It was a bad hit. Dhoni has played a lovely shot. He had to miss Shoaib Malik. He was positioned there, shot fine, played it extremely fine.
Really just paddled it almost behind the wicketkeeper. This is a ingenious shot, very creative indeed, but there's a lot of turn as well.
He's run well between the wickets. He is not tiring. Bit of bat. He gets there. His 38th one-day 100. Remarkable achievement.
Absolutely, and what a time to come back into form. Very important game, and he's struggling a bit. This is 100 after 16 innings for Sachin Tendulkar. Now he's cramping up. Both his fingers, his hands, arms, just tightening up.
Now run on a weed. And that's 4. He did that in his first spell, drifted too often onto the pads. Still on either side of the wicket. Don't get runs behind the wicket. Oh, that's gone through. To wait for the umpire's signal here. In fact, runs off the bat.
Bowl him. Bowl round the legs. And Shoaib Malik has struck. And Tendulkar has played a superb innings here. 123 before cramps got to him. The last 5 or 6 overs, it's been a real struggle. It's been a while since I've seen him play the way he has done in this innings. It's not just about the 100. He's just played attacking cricket right through the innings, and that was good to see.
Well, throwing his wicket away, he was tired. A tired shot in the end. But a brilliant knock. They all clap for the little master. It has been a masterful innings from Sachin Tendulkar. Gone for 123, 248 for 4.
Welcome to Christchurch, New Zealand, the Garden City, on a beautiful day for blooming, and we hope cricket does just that. It's New Zealand against India for the 3rd one-day international of the series. We lost Game 2, India won Game 1 courtesy of the Duckworth-Lewis system. New Zealand have won the toss with Brendan McCullum Vittori in this form of the game, and Kyle Mills celebrating his 100th international.
Confidence. You have to change the field. There's a short mid-wicket and a short catching fine leg. Goes through mid-wicket. It's a quick outfield. It might not go all the way. Jacob Orham's after it. And they'll pick up a comfortable 2. Tendulkar gets off the mark. So 10 millimetres of grass. It's lightning quick. It really is. It looks beautiful out here today. Another no ball. Kyle Mills struggling. Another free hit. Now these are cheap runs and runs that New Zealand and Kyle Mills can ill afford to give away. And again, that's a long way over. So another free hit for Tendulkar. Where does Mills bowl it? Tries to get it full. Tendulkar goes square, and that is lightning quick. 4 runs.
That is lightning quick. It's also brilliant. Absolutely brilliant from the little master.
It's wide, and that is put away. Just lovely timing from Tendulkar. Looking for swing. None there. 4.
Well, they say half volley on leg stump. Any batsman at this level will put it away, and they should. But some just put it away a little bit better than others. That's 6. First one of the day, is it? No, might have just landed inside. Only about a foot inside to Tendulkar. Maybe he read that one. Maybe he read Kyle Mills' line of thinking, because he picked the length perfectly.
He did pick it earlier. It's a slog sweep shot, so he must have seen it. He's the greatest batsman for picking balls up late. He's picked it up early, and he's just gone with whatever spin or bounce there is, and with a clean swing of the bat.
Spanking stroke for 4.
No, that's glorious.
Tendulkar on 48. That may be his 50. Let's wait for the call. It is 4 runs, so Tendulkar moves to 52 and he is looking ominous.
Yes, 2 half-centuries back-to-back, and I think this is the better one. Positive from the outset, he's looked solid. Shot selection has been good. And easy pickings here. This was drifting on the leg stump. All he needed was to get some bat on it.
It's hitting your mark, but that's beautiful batting. That is a superb shot off a pretty good ball.
There is nothing wrong with this delivery at all.
Bad ball, cops the treatment, and gets away with just 4. Waist high, full toss.
Yeah, he's knocked the bails off here, Jesse Ryder. He's gotten too close, and he's hit his hand on the stumps. He should have held on to it, should have tried to hold on to it. Easy thing to say, I know. You're trying to bowl the ball, but he knocked the bails off on his way through, and it just would have unsettled the ball. You have a look here. He knocks him off.
What did he do with his hip?
No, I'm pretty sure it sounded like the top of the ball or his hand hit the bails.
Catch! Straight up, this is very, very high. But the man's up at mid-off. And it's long as well. There it is. It's One Day International 43 for Sachin Tendulkar. It's One Day International #1 in New Zealand. Congratulations to Sachin Tendulkar. It's been an exhibition of batsmanship.
He's been nothing short of spectacular. Strike rate close to 100. He played the supporting act to Yuvraj Singh. I think that will change as well. Fantastic style, class. What more you can say? It's been said all around the world, and we've just been lucky enough, I guess, to see it here today.
That's big. How about the timing? Is it good enough? You bet it is. It's over the top of the side screen for 6 more. Tendulkar is into the act. Look out.
Well, he certainly is. Now that he's got his 100, he's going to go for everything now, using his feet. And even though he didn't time it, still got the distance. Well, India will be eyeing a score in excess of 370 here.
Just a little shimmy outside leg stump. It was just enough to throw Patel off, and Tendulkar just caresses it behind point. No protection, and another 50 partnership.
Well, he's got the license now to really break free, because Dhoni is in control at the other end, still batting to come. And India sense an opportunity here to close this one-day series against New Zealand.
Oh, it's gone. It's too clever. Way too clever from Tendulkar. Just a boundary, and I say just a boundary. It wasn't far away from 6. Over the top and down. Down, so that was a catching option to get rid of the great Tendulkar. Elliott the culprit.
Well, he was looking to clear third man. Just using the pace of the bowler. You can see deliberately opening the face of the blade. The angle of the bat was such as well. Difficult catch.
Oh, magnificent. Just poetry. Never left the top of the carpet.
Well, you've seen some shots today that have got the stamp of brutal force in them. But this is class. This is picking his spot.
Oh, is this out? No, it's not. He's got enough of it. He has got enough of it over a wideish long off, and another 6. 150 up for Sachin Tendulkar. What an innings.
Placement along the ground has been fantastic.
Got to finish it off. Oh, that's a no ball. It slipped out. It was a slower delivery. And Tendulkar's really hurt here. He's really struggling. He tried to pull that away. It was very slow, only 97 k's, so it was like a Vittori arm ball. Just really slipped out, and Tendulkar went to pull it away. And he's really hurting. Oh, that's out over extra cover. What a lovely cricket shot. All in the timing again, 6 more.
It's not comfortable though. I guess that's starting or could become a concern for India. The skipper's at the other end. Be enjoying it, but I think he'll be looking at the rest of the series, especially with the way he's reeled back there after hitting that ball easily over cover for 6.
So the Indian team physio out with Sachin Tendulkar. He's going to go. He's going to leave the field. Dhoni has just signalled to the dressing room that Raina will be the new man to come in, but we'll just let this crowd stand and applaud. Truly amazing innings from Sachin Tendulkar as he walks off AMI Stadium.
Sachin Tendulkar has come out to the middle with a job on his hand. India battling to save this test match, and he's up against 10. Tested with a bouncer.
Cranking it up now, Dale Steyn. He will be to Tendulkar.
Tendulkar off the mark. Gets a couple of runs, and that'll end the over. 216 for 3. Ishant Sharma, the man dismissed today for 23. Still to come, Lakshman, Raina, Dhoni. That's gone through. Exquisitely timed once again. It just seemed to be a gentle push, but it's raced away to the boundary.
Very emotional, Dale Steyn. He doesn't like going for runs. Typically aggressive fast bowler, gives it his all. But again, Sachin Tendulkar just opening the face, very positive. Showing intent, moving well.
Yes, and it's that subtle movement with the wrist to open the face of the blade so that he could get the placement. He knows where the two close-in fielders are.
You probably heard the call of 2, and they decide to come back for the second quite comfortably. Sharma did his job, there's no doubt he did his job. He was there for 51 deliveries, eventually dismissed for 23 as night watchman and protected Sachin. There's our ultra motion camera just showing the ball pitching and not disturbing the surface at all, really. No third man in position, running away for 4.
His delivery just bounced a little bit on Tendulkar. He's playing with soft hands. Just opened the face. In many ways a one-day shot. He's always feeling like there's not too much activity off the pitch surface, so he's pretty safe to play that shot. Pitches. Try and pick up some trends. Look at trends. When I talk about trends, I talk about dismissals, how they've got out, what happened leading up to that dismissal with a few short balls and then ball on the front foot that he didn't get forward enough to. You look at sort of techniques, you know, if his left foot gets across, whether he commits onto his front foot or he hangs back, different just ideas, you know, where he hits the ball airborne, he might hit it airborne in the gully region when he's leaning back, so you put a fielder in that position, try and make him play in a different area.
But just try and take them out of their comfort zone. I mean, you know, whether it be the fact that they like to leave first few deliveries and ease their way in, or whether they like to get off to a fast start, then maybe you'll be a bit more disciplined in your line of length.
The one that interests me about that is, yes, you've got to know where his strengths are and his scoring shots. You've also got to know other parts of his technique and how he gets out. But the one that interests me, that's interesting, the Test career of Sachin and how he's been out. Caught by others 104 times. LBW 52. Stumped just the once. Oh, it's an edge. That is an edge. There's only 2 slips in position. And that's why Morne Morkel and Graham Smith and A.B. de Villiers, who's at second slip, are a little bit frustrated.
Good bowling by Morne Morkel. Perfect delivery in the right area. He'll extract some bounce, even though the ball's 60 odd overs old. Unfortunately for him, not going to the slip's hands. Tendulkar not getting a big stride on that occasion. We complimented early on in the day for good foot movement. On that occasion, caught again on the crease. Foolish delivery by Morkel, and frustration for the South African captain.
Jacques Cullis actually is at second slip. AB's at a short cover position in case there's a bit of a punch from Sachin. So the bit that interests me, Sean, is the fact that you watch the first 20 balls they face.
Yeah, you try and work out whether they're fast starter, whether they like to get bat on ball. And you just try and, you know, if they do like to get bat on the ball, then you try and starve them a little bit. If they're a bit of a nervous starter and they commit onto the front foot or back foot early, you know, you can maybe go fuller or shorter depending on what they do.
Righto, so how do you get Sachin out?
You just saw, you just have a third slip and you bowl that last delivery. It's an easy game from up here.
They've added a third slip too. And he's not going to make the same mistake. 241 for 3.
You just don't have the luck going your way. Here's Callis. His first innings is with Raina. Jack Callis was the man who dismissed Suresh Raina in the first innings. You see there 1 for 20. That one wicket was of Raina. That could be the reason why Graham Smith has brought him back into the attack.
Well, it's a nice option for him, isn't it, to have Callis when he's looking to use Morkel and Steyn after lunch.
Good shot. Got into excellent position, Tendulkar, to put that away to the boundary. There was width on offer. And Tendulkar climbing all over that short delivery.
Beautiful, wasn't it? Beautifully played. Under his eyes. We talk about it so often. Let the ball come to you, get level with you. Right under his eyes. Perfect balance. Weight on the back foot. Lovely shot.
That was his great strength, and still is his great strength. Again, climbs into it. Second time in 2 overs, he's found the boundary off the back foot. And once again, there was some width on offer.
You won't see too much difference in these 2 strokes. If you can recall what the previous one looked like, it's exactly the same. Struck in the same place, under the eyes. Weight on the back foot, balance perfect.
That's 4 more. Very nicely played this as well. 2 boundaries in the over, 275 for 5. This one played a little later. Last ball. And came down on it nicely. He just waited on it that bit longer so that he could get the placement right.
Beautiful. Cuts so well. Well, he does everything so well, doesn't he?
Well, the previous delivery, he's hit it straight to backward point. Tendulkar's not going to make the same mistake. It's a little bit wide. This one, he waits and waits and places it absolutely perfectly.
It takes India past 300 in this.
Nice little head-to-head between Tendulkar and Steyn. And that is a fine strike. Wow, that is a terrific shot. Certainly not a half volley by any means. Brings up his 50 as well. And what a way to do it. I think the crowds enjoyed it here at Supersport Park. I know there'll be millions of Indians jumping up and down as well, because he's halfway to another century. If he gets there, it'll be a big number.
Yeah, that's a 60th Test 50. Another wonderful performance from Tendulkar. He was the man in form in India's first innings. Difficult really to say that, considering the fact that they bowled out for 136, but he really did play some exquisite shots, and there's his career. 175 matches, averaging 56, 49 hundreds. Can he get the extra 49 runs to make it 50?
Now Sachin's one of those guys who doesn't like changing his bat. This bat he's had for apparently around about 15 months. He has scored, we understand, some 14 or 15 hundreds with it. He got the double 100 in the one day against South Africa with that wand as well. I was having a chat to Ravi Shastri a little bit earlier. He says every single night it goes to the doctor. Just gets a little bit of work done, a little bit of repairing done. Very, very unusual these days for that to happen. Remember Herschel Gibbs was telling me that due to the fact that bats are not pressed as hard anymore, that his bats, and he was one who used it in all forms, the one bat and then would swap, lasted about 3 or 4 months, that's all. Here's a look at the 50 so far from Sachin in bright sunshine. Some lovely shots.
Yeah, the bat's done some damage. So we're hoping it doesn't do too much damage today. Too much more damage and for the rest of the series. Otherwise they might have to go and get someone just to hard that bat for a while.
There we go. We've taken the name Wagon Wheel off, and Mahendra Singh Dhoni, his leg side scoring chart and his offside scoring.
Shot. He hasn't quite timed it. It's not going to go all the way to the fence. A couple of runs to Sachin Tendulkar. He was onto it in a flash. 3, 6, 7 for 6.
That's how he got Tendulkar out in the first innings. Couple of runs easily taken.
We had to hurry in the end. Maybe de Villiers is very quick and he's agile, very quick on release. Jonty Rhodes was a master of that. Could release and get rid of the ball quickly and accurately.
Good technique on the bounce to Boucher. See, in the first innings, 3 for 34, and that included the wicket of Tendulkar. He's had to work harder in the second innings. 21.3 overs, 2 for 81. That's because the conditions vastly different. This is a good track now, easy paced.
Good leave. Close to off stump, so good judgment there by Sachin Tendulkar.
Gets that away. That's nicely played. He's played it late, came down on it nicely. Used the pace of the bowler.
In complete control, Sachin Tendulkar. This is a square cut played to perfection. Delivery was short and it was wide. And he got right on top of the bounce.
Yes, he tried this shot 2 or 3 times in the over, but found the fielder. Not on that occasion. Goes again. This time there is a man in the deep, so just a single. And once again he'll keep the strike. 387 for 6. Over 1,000 runs once again at a very healthy average. In fact, over 1,500 runs now. 600s. That's cheeky. Just waited on it. He knew there was no third man, and he gets the boundary.
Very good touch. Good thinking as well. Just enough width to work with. But again, Tendulkar right on top of the bounce and executing that late cut perfectly.
Yeah, it's important that he watched it all the way because it doesn't want that ball to bounce a little extra. Just riding it away.
It's just one of them. Right hand over left, and the ball races away to the boundary. It's 399 for 6.
Yeah, the Indian supporters very happy. Real strength of Sachin Tendulkar. I think that's 2 straight. Got wonderful wrists. Placement superb again. He decided to bowl first. It was definitely the time where there was the most assistance for the bowlers.
He's just eased away, opened the face, and it'll run away for 4. Ever closer to the special century. Personally, I don't think there's any doubt that he was not going to get it. All the milestones have been passed in this game so far, so why not the little master as well?
He opened the face nicely, as we can see here. Pretty low down on the bat. Raced away down to the third man area. No third man in place. There, I would probably have to settle for 2. Am I right or am I wrong?
Straight down the ground, and is it all the way? Yes, it is. It's a nice way to move into the 90s.
Yeah, a bit of aggression here from Sachin Tendulkar down the wicket. Harris straight back over his head. He moves to 95 and now just 1 hit away from the 50th Test 100. So he's been a wonderful master of footwork against the spinners on this occasion.
There you are. It's 3. Another one in at the Wanderers.
92 I wasn't playing, so I didn't remember it. Nice little paddle from Sachin Tendulkar. Now he goes to just a boundary away. 3 runs short. Indian fans, they're aware of the master in 97. And
Goes on the onside, will look for 2. And that'll take him to 99. And getting those 2 runs takes him past 14,500 runs in the game. And you can see the buzz around the ground now. Everyone will be on the edge of their seats. It doesn't matter if you're South African, if you're Indian. They will all want to see this. What 50 means. It's been a career that's lasted over a couple of decades. And it's a milestone that very few will beat. 50 test match hundreds, and the long wait is over. He's there, he's got the helmet back on. It'll be a huge relief. But the good thing, he's at the non-striker's end, so he can...
Century. He's been in control all day. This is how he started his innings today, and this is how he completed the milestone.
Yes, he's not a man of too many emotions, but this one meant a heck of a lot to him. It's huge. 50 test match hundreds, and an unbelievable effort. Hundreds as well. And what a time to get it. India with their backs to the wall, trying to save a test match. And he comes up with a special one. For a special occasion. Keep him interested. That's taken on the full, put away.
Well, it's a poor delivery. The previous one was an excellent delivery, and the follow-up just not there.
Yes, this was juicy, and when you've reached your 50th 100, you'll have no problems in putting that away. Tendulkar, he puts such away even in his sleep. Well, I mentioned so 448 for 6. MS Dhoni 90, Sachin Tendulkar 105. So the South African bowlers have been kept at bay since the tea break as well, and this partnership now worth 171. So sterling fight back here by Tendulkar and Dhoni. And it's been a wonderful innings from Sachin Tendulkar. From the outset, shots all round the wicket. Has always had plenty of time. In the 90s, produced a 6 as well. And then getting his 100 with a single. It's been a long wait, but it's a huge load off his shoulders, getting his 50th Test match 100.
Well, he was good from the beginning. Scored a lot of runs square of the wicket on the offside, but got them all around the wicket really. So he's been in complete control from the outset.
It's not often you see no boundaries down the ground, but then that's the line of attack to him today as well, outside the off stump. And every time.
And South Africa will applaud Sachin Tendulkar, the little master, as he walks off the field, having attained that feat of 50 hundreds in Test match cricket.
And plenty of runs, getting close to 14,000 runs.
Great shot from Tendulkar there. Horrocks flighting the ball, 2 full, and Tendulkar seizing on the opportunity and punching it back straight past the bowler.
Peter George just straying down the leg side. Payne couldn't mop it up, and it's 4 byes.
Down the leg side, trying to get the in-swinging Yorker in, didn't quite get it right. A lot of work there for Tim Payne. He batted well, so it'd probably be a little bit tired, a little bit stiff after his batting effort, just by the fact that he's a young man. That was a little too much for him as well.
Sachin Tendulkar through the covers on the back foot off Nathan Horrocks for 4.
What a way to bring up 14,000 runs in Test cricket. Well, he was aware of it. The dressing room standing up, the crowd standing up. This is incredible. This is a peak that no cricketer has reached. 14,000 runs in Test cricket. The nearest man is Ricky Ponting. He's 1,800 runs behind him. And what a way to get to that mark. Punched through the covers. Magnificent stuff from a truly magnificent cricketer.
And that's a great record. 171 matches. Phenomenal. Still scoring loads of runs.
What a shot. Overpitched. And textbook stuff from Tendulkar as the 200 comes up for India. It's 202 for 2. Tendulkar goes big. It's into the crowd. Takes him to 99. It's 212 for 2. Lovely shot. Field came up and he seized the opportunity. Ponting was long gone for most of the over. Huge anticipation around the ground. Goes over the top. Didn't waste any time. Reaches 100 with a 6. What a magnificent innings this. His 49th 100 in Test match cricket. And his 11th versus the Aussies.
Is there anything this man cannot do? He has now guided India after being so far behind. The first Indian to score 600s in a calendar year.
Well, the juggernaut goes on and on. Second time in successive overs, a similar shot. Result the same. Big difference here. It took him past yet another Test match.
India have a packed schedule after this as well. Oh, wonderful. Last ball of the over. He's found the gap at extra cover. The fielder's going to cut it off. And with that couple, he gets to 3,000 runs against Australia. It's 251 for 2.
Coming down the pitch. Good fielding, but Sachin will get to 150. What a player and what an innings. One to remember for everybody.
Yes, the 20th time that he's gone past 150.
Innings of the last Test. So Raina on strike.
Just around 130, the low 130s there.
Has run away for 4. Every time you are in line, Sachin capitalizes, or at least gets his pad in the way.
Hammered away off the back foot, and the placement extremely good from Tendulkar. He's been very severe in that area, especially when Nathan Horace has dropped his shot.
Sweeps for 4. Picked his spot beautifully. So trailing by 57 now, India. Drives beautifully through the covers. You expect that when someone is in the 190s. And that's got the crowd going. In fact, a 7-2 field. There's no one at fine leg or deep square leg. He goes for the single. Hussey can't get up to close in. 6th double 100 for Sachin Tendulkar, 2nd of the year. And his dream run in 2010 continues. That's gone through. And a tease for mid-off, and Peter George, the ball will win again.
Bit of swing. We'll have to wait for the umpire's signal. It's run away to the boundary, and it's leg bias again.
Yes, that's what I mean by even a little bit of a deflection going for boundaries. The fielder is a little bit squarer.
He's bowled him. He's played on. The ball has been coming in to the batsman. First wicket for George, and what a wicket. Tendulkar walks back. 214.
Well, what a wicket for Peter George. Tendulkar in the 200s, his first ever Test wicket, and that's a scalp that you will always want. Sachin Tendulkar playing on. A well-deserved wicket for the young fella, Peter George.
What an innings. What a terrific innings. The great man walks off. 214 to his name.